What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Chilling with the OC, presented tonight by Wild LLC. That is correct. We are now being presented by Wild LLC. Wild LLC. When you're looking for the best business in the business, choose the financial stability of Wild LLC. Their fiduciary experts will turn even a monetary zero like you into a financial hero like them. Wild LLC, your path to the top. All right, it is Monday, July 17th. We are here for another episode of Chilling with the OC, again presented by Wild LLC. I am your host for the moment, King Ralph. Parmesan will be joining me shortly. But we want to get through a few things before Raw gets started here. Of course, we want to thank our front row members over on Patreon, Bedino93, Adam the Guy. Big shout out to those guys. Of course, if you are interested in supporting the show, patreon.com/Pinion City Pod's a great way to do that. You get some great merchandise items, exclusive things. You get Wrestling with Life 5 days early. So please check that out. Also, you can buy some merch. We have links down in the description. Make sure you head over to Pro Wrestling Tees and check out Brian Ace's channel. You can find his shop on all of the Wild LLC social medias. They have a brand new shirt as well. Make sure you check out this coming Sunday's episode with Fresh Air. We're very excited to be talking to them. You can check out yesterday's episode where we found out the unfortunate news that Wild LLC has purchased the podcast. So we are now members of Wild LLC. And then, of course, tomorrow night, a podcast Wild LLC did not purchase, Tabletop Baristas. So check that out over on our channel. So before we get into Raw here, let's bring in our second host for the evening. Let's bring him in.
Yeah,
Parmesan, what's going on, buddy?
We're back.
You're back.
We're
All
here.
right.
I don't know what happened. I mean, let me ask you a question because I was trying to do it before the show, but did you get your work day yet from the LLC?
I did not. I'm still waiting.
I was told it was going to come in, and I still haven't seen my work day, and I don't know what's going on. If they want us to be part of it, we need to have a work day.
I'm a little concerned.
I'm a little bit concerned.
That's all right though. Anyways, we've got some important stuff going on. Monday Night Raw should be starting very shortly.
Yes.
Yes. So let's run this down quick. We've got some qualifying matches for Money in the Bank tonight.
Yes.
First off, we've got Io Sky, Kiana James, and Zelina Vega will be vying for a spot in the tournament or in the Money in the Bank qualifying Money in the Bank match at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Yes.
We also have Rey Mysterio, Finn Balor, and Jey Uso
very interesting
vying for a spot. Yeah, exciting. We also have an announced match between Dragon Lee and Carlito.
Should be a great match.
That should be a great match. I'm excited. And then, of course, the big news right now is that the countdown is coming to an end and the massacre is coming. So it's time. We've been waiting long enough.
We've been waiting. Let's see what's all about.
We're super excited to see what what comes of that tonight. Yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yes.
All right. So just quickly, Sean, on a scale of 1 to 5, how many stars would you give Clash at the Castle?
3.5.
Okay.
It wasn't
all right
like amazing, but it wasn't terrible.
Right. No,
it was a decent pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like I don't know if
it wasn't over the top.
I don't know if I would go back and watch it again.
But the thing about this is now, and this is something that Sami Zayn was just talking about in an interview, is the length of these PLEs now. And while there are good things about it, there are bad things about it as well, because now, a lot of wrestlers are fighting to get on the card now. You see a lot less talent than you would normally, but also I feel like with the shorter PLEs,
right,
you're looking at them and you're scrutinizing the matches more. You might not be as into a PLE as you would normally be because you're not getting as much as you were before. So in any
Yeah.
instance, I would probably give it a 4. I enjoyed the matches. I thought Piper Niven and Bailey was great because
Yes.
I'm big fans of both of them. Oh, there was a little twitch in the then, now, and forever.
Oh yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
missed it. I
the
missed it.
little. It was just brief there. Oh, it's twitching again. Just keep watching.
It might be like
Oh,
right at the start of the show. This might be fun. If it's like
maybe.
gonna open the show, I'm
Maybe.
down. I'm so down. I mean,
So they're reviewing Clash at the Castle now. I did enjoy Clash at the Castle. I thought the Alba Fire and Isla Dawn win was great. Because I predicted that on our show,
right.
and I'm very high on them. I think they're a great tag team, and I think it's
I agree.
time that we make the women's tag team division be more about just the Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill story, because I think that's what it's been to this point.
I mean, it has been. I would say
so. I'm glad they're going to actually have some women. Not that Bianca and Jade can't wrestle, but I feel like Alba Fire Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are on a different level.
Those names, you know.
Yeah, they're on a different level. I think they're very underrated, and I think we're going to see some really good women's tag team matches now. I'm hoping. Not that they weren't good before, but I think they're technically on a different level. I think we're going to see great things from them. The ending was what it was. Your boy CM Punk got involved again.
My theory was correct.
Yeah. So, but we've got a lot. I think Clash at the Castle
was also correct about the women's tag team belts.
It was, yep. So I think Clash at the Castle is going to end up going down being a show that's more about what takes place after than what took place at.
Right.
I think it's going to be more about where do we go from here now, because I think that we're on a road to places, and I think really we're going to start seeing the plans set in motion for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think that's really where we're at this point. So I'm excited though, because I think SummerSlam is going to be a great show.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I feel like we're going to see a lot of good matches.
I think we're seeing a major title change. I'm calling it right now.
You think so?
I do. Yeah, I think.
Are you thinking a major Cody title change? You're thinking more Damian.
I'm thinking a Damian Priest change. I'm thinking that I'm thinking that Gunther's taking the title at SummerSlam.
You think it's gonna be Gunther versus Damian at SummerSlam?
I believe I saw the graphic that's already confirmed.
Gunther already.
Yeah, that's like
he won the match for the right to choose. That's right. So,
it's official. Yeah.
But I don't remember him choosing Damian unless it was just an automatic thing. I don't know.
I'm looking here because
it's hard to keep up sometimes.
Yeah, I know that I saw it confirmed somewhere.
If it is, I mean, cool. I mean, I won't lie. If Gunther does, oh crap! Oh, it's just a recap still.
Yeah, still the recap.
I keep thinking like it's gonna happen. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, I thought I did think I saw the graphic somewhere that it was confirmed, but I'm not seeing it now. But I mean I'm sure we're at the point now where I think because what do we just have Money in the Bank between now and then.
We have Money in the Bank and then we have SummerSlam. So
I think Money in the Bank is going to be completely different than I think we're going to see like buildups that are really not going to affect SummerSlam that much. I think it's going to be kind of its own thing. Yeah. The Money in the Bank matches are going to be the big focal point. So I'm seeing like possibly because if Gunther and Damian Priest is going to happen at SummerSlam, I think that's going to be the big match. I mean, they're going to have a match for Cody anyways, but I feel like the focal point is going to be on that. Yeah. So, there's a lot that could happen between now and then. I love that they keep showing the ref bump, which blows. But the thing is, though, they're not showing the bump the ref took on his own, diving out of the ring to get out of their way. Right before that, crazy. That was better than the bump he took off the
bonkers bump.
Bump off the apron, yeah.
Bump.
Yeah.
It was a bonkers bump. I don't even know if it was necessary, but it was a bump.
You know what we really need tonight? Out of everything, we need a confrontation between Damian Priest and CM Punk, because I want to know what Damian Priest thinks about all this CM Punk stuff. I mean, I understand the whole CM Punk Drew and rebuilding all that, but like Damian Priest has been in the middle of this since the beginning, since WrestleMania. Time, yeah. So I want like Damian Priest to confront CM Punk.
What if that's Rollins' first feud? I would hate to say it, but like, what if they try and like recall that Rollins and Bo, but it wasn't Bray, it's Bo.
I don't know. I'm just slightly behind you, so I just saw the pyro for
Oh,
Seth.
okay, my bad.
Because I'm on cable.
If you're slightly
I
behind,
don't
maybe
I
I
don't
can
know
pause
if
myself and I'll get and I can catch us up. So as soon as she stops saying Rollins, let me know.
she's done. They're singing now. Oh, now the fire just went up again with Burn It Down.
Oh, then how did I get behind so fast?
I don't know. Well, anyways, it's fine. We're close enough. So do we actually think that? Do we
Rollins
think?
is walking up the steps.
Okay, he's still in the entranceway for me. But
Okay.
do we honestly think that like Rollins is cleared to wrestle at this point, or is this just?
We'll have to find out. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, I'm
not
just
quite
wondering
sure.
if we actually think that he's ready to go, or what. It'll be surprising to see what this is.
Yeah.
I still, I mean, I think based on what we've seen in the video, I think that Chad Gable is still going to be a target for them.
Right.
I don't know if they're gonna, because it's hard to run back anything with Seth Rollins and the Bray Wyatt stuff,
right,
when they don't have the Shield, because the Wyatt family versus the Shield was such a huge feud. Some of my favorite matches in the last 20 years. What's that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I did their matches, their feud, the Wyatt family, and they had such great matches. Some of my favorites in the last like 20 years. I love the Wyatt and Shield stuff, but it's kind of hard when it's just like Seth on his own. I mean, do we see him become embroiled in a feud with this new Wyatt faction to the point where when Roman comes back on Seth's side?
Ooh.
Do we kind of set up something brand new for Roman when he comes out to get him like out of the because that would put him
interesting.
That would put him here on Monday night and out of the purview of the bloodline. So yeah. I think it could work. Yeah.
I think you're right. I don't think you're wrong at all.
It'd be interesting. I don't know if that's, they've probably got plans for 6 months and whatever. Like,
Pat and Cole are doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
There's something else. What's he holding? Oh, is he
at least it's not Booker T ruining the woe from NXT.
Booker T is the worst. Oh,
absolutely.
Honestly,
ruined it.
Could you not just seriously? I mean, there has to be somebody else in the business that can go out there and sit with Vic Joseph. Vic Joseph can't enjoy it. Like, there's no way. It must be a punishment for him or something. Because Booker T is so freaking terrible. Hey.
What up, DM?
Hey, DM joining us tonight.
He's been keeping me up to date on all things.
Yeah.
Uncle Howdy lore, so he's as amped as I am for.
Good to see you joining us for. Yeah, good to see you joining us for a little Chilling with the OC, presented by Wild LLC.
It all rhymes. It all rhymes.
It does. Oh, all right. So let's see what Seth's got to say. I hope it's not stupid. I mean, could be terrible. We don't know.
Rollins does good promos. I don't see anything wrong with Rollins.
We'll see.
Rollins is my homeboy, always.
Yeah.
Here we go. Classic. Love it, love it, love it.
Oh, when he said host for the evening, I was just hoping he wasn't going to say Sexy Red.
Sexy. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Honestly. And now, I don't mean to harp on this, but they showed her at the beginning of Battleground. She tried to say welcome to Battleground. I think she got that out. Say it
right.
And then she started twerking, so they immediately cut the camera from her.
Well, yeah, I mean, they kind of probably had to.
Well, of course they did.
Yeah, right.
It's an embarrassment. I'm sorry. that to me
It's
did
Ralph's
nothing,
beef.
meant nothing. It showed nobody anything. It didn't do anything for her. Didn't do anything for them. Like, I don't know. To me, the whole thing was just stupid. It made no sense. So,
What's up,
yes.
Jake, the aerial assassin? How
Hey,
are
Jake in the
we?
house. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, Jake?
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to another Chillin with the OC.
Presented by Wild
I would
LLC.
say sponsored by Wild LLC.
Yeah. We're
Well,
in the
I think we're their sponsor. I don't even know how that works. I don't know.
no. They're to listen.
Still trying to figure
Listen.
out the
They're
inner
the
workings
ones
of
that
this whole.
they're the ones that have to foot the bill for my snacks during Raw now. They've got to pay all the money.
They better
Like,
pay up. They better
I'm not.
pay up.
Yes, I as he said
We're making
yesterday.
them money so they can pay us in snacks.
I'm the chief fry officer, so
Yeah,
maybe I'll just eat
exactly.
like tons and
Exactly.
tons of French fries during the
And
show
I'm
and
just
charge it to them.
the lonely custodian, which
Yeah,
is fantastic.
yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm gonna do that while we're here. Oh, he wants to come back into that belt.
Well, I think it's too little, too late at this point. He's back of the line now. Back the line, buddy.
Get back in the line. Get
to the back of the
Get in
line.
the back of the line. Get in there. Oh, he's gonna probably name himself as the Money in the Bank.
You think he's getting him? Yeah, he's gonna try and qualify for Money in the Bank.
I feel like he's just gonna get a bye.
Oh, that's well. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Speaking of champions.
Indeed. Well,
Say
listen.
his name and he appears.
Yeah, it's like I said this weekend. If you hit 3 German suplexes in a row, Brock Lesnar appears out of thin air. If you show up on Monday Night Raw and you say you want a title shot, Damian Priest
walks out.
appears,
Right?
but Damian Priest is visibly hobbling after last night's Clash at the Castle's disastrous.
They did say that there was no injury. He is 100% okay.
Well, he's not. Well, he's not walking like it. I will say he's got a considerable limp to him. I mean, I'm sure there's no like long-term damage, but apparently
he's sore. But
between him and Jade Cargill falling off the top rope, apparently there were reports that the ring ropes were much looser than yeah. Which I mean would make sense because he was just trying to go over the top rope and got hooked up. Like
there was a moment where if you watch the Styles and Cody match, Styles is shaking the rope, and then you see the ref point like, "Hey, this rope is loose." Like I think he's trying to tell Warren Styles because he does that rope jump. That hey, be careful of the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Shades of Chikara, if you will, the King of Trios.
Yeah. Oh, Damien showing Seth some love. Good to have you back, buddy. Oh, I missed you, pal. Oh.
I wanted that cash in. Oh, adorable. Adorable.
Oh. June 17th, 2024, the bromance begins.
The romance begins.
Oh, I hope they hug it out.
Hug it out. Hug it out.
The best friends on Raw.
Dude, they should just be called best friends.
Yeah.
But instead of best friends, it would be the best friends. That way it's slightly different from what theirs is over there. The best friends.
Well, you know what? Seth could be a challenger for Damien at Money in the Bank. Now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, if they're gonna give him a title, if they're gonna give him a match at Money in the Bank, the greatest group of all time, the Shield. I
I don't know about greatest group, but
I'm
definitely
not.
a great group.
I mean, yeah, but
They were great, but I don't know if they're one of the
y-
greatest.
no, I mean, Mean Street Posse.
Stop. Main
No, I
Street Posse.
refuse to stop. Those guys wore sweater vests and they sat ringside
They
on a
barely
couch to watch a
wrestled.
pay per view. Who
They
cares?
barely wrestled.
I don't care. If you, if, oh, it's getting nasty now. Things are getting tense. Legacy. Cody Rhodes should be talking about Legacy. It was wrong show.
Wrong show.
Yeah.
Go over to SmackDown. Go over there.
Yeah.
Go
That's
to SmackDown.
that's where Legacy's at. SmackDown. What's wrong with these people?
Ah, who knows?
Ugh.
Ugh.
Terrible. Ugh. Ugh is right. Ugh.
Damn. A footnote.
Yeah, he's not.
That's you ain't mincing words there.
Bro's not holding back.
No, he's not.
He's like, bro. You hear me, bro?
Bro. Ooh. 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 See
Called
what I'm
it.
saying?
Called it.
See what I'm saying?
I told you. Maybe he's going to be the challenger at Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Why not? He needs a
Yes.
match.
Exactly. Well, why not?
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Do you know him, Rollins? Do you know him?
He says they don't even know he's out there. Where do they think he is at the concession
Yeah,
stand?
right.
Like
yeah.
what are they sitting in the
Where is he?
sitting in the clubhouse going, "Gee, what happened to Damien? I thought he was going to show up tonight."
I don't know. I don't know.
Then the
Where
show
is
starts
he?
and they're like watching the show and they're like, "Guy in the ring looks like Damien. That can't be him. We don't know where he's at."
Yeah, I don't know where he is. Where is he? Who knows?
So
All right, there it is.
Here
Booked.
we
got
yeah, but here
Rollins
we
versus
go
Damian
again.
Priest, Money in the Bank.
They should just get rid of Adam Pierce. What's the point?
Right?
Seriously.
Why are you even
know,
here, Adam Pierce? They're all making the matches themselves.
the wrestlers are writing the show, so
The wrestlers are making the.
send Adam Pierce to SmackDown. Maybe him and Nick Aldis can be best friends.
He can work with yeah, you can work with Aldis and they could be a
Yeah.
power team over on
Yeah.
SmackDown.
2 weeks from Saturday in Toronto.
Hot start to Raw. Hot start.
Yeah.
Hot start.
Yo, I did see this weekend. It was advertised that Sami Zayn is doing a comedy show in Toronto.
Oh, is he?
When they're up there for Money in the Bank.
Oh,
It's
wow.
called Sami Zayn and Friends.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's kind of cool.
That's
that'd
very
be
cool, actually.
fun to go see. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty awesome.
I've never been to Toronto. I've been to Canada plenty of times, just never Toronto. I've always wanted to go. Not that I'm going to Money in the Bank, but I've always wanted to go.
Yeah. So who we got for this Jay versus Rey Mysterio versus Balor qualifying match? Who do you think?
I think it's Finn. Well, I'd say Finn Balor simply because I think we need some dissension in those ranks.
Yeah.
But I think I think there's no point in any of this because they're gonna give the briefcase to Jey Uso no matter what.
You think so?
I do. I think it's.
I
think right now I'm calling it this moment right now. Jey Uso wins the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's been called, so it probably won't happen.
Right,
I don't want it to happen, but I'd actually love to see Finn Balor win it because I want to see
love to see Finn versus Damian.
But I want to see Damian watching over his back all the time. Oh, now we got Adam Pierce.
Speaking of Adam Pierce,
this is earlier today. Oh,
look at that! Oh, poor Maxine.
Yeah.
Hurt. He's such a good heel. Mr. Every Day
Is-
Off. Mr.
what is with
Every
Akira-
Day Off.
What is with Akira Tozawa? Can he not travel internationally, or
I mean, I
well,
guess not. I don't know. It's a maybe.
Let's see.
Who knows? We get the crack team on that right now. Get the crack team on that. Figure out what's going on with that noise.
Yeah, we're working on it. Don't worry.
We're working on it. Yeah, cool. He's he can never be face again after this. He's such a good heel. He's too good of a heel. He's fully embraced the heel, and I love it.
Yes. Well, I read an interesting story. The whole thing was his idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he
Nice.
felt that things around the time of WrestleMania, he felt that things were just like getting stale with his character, and it wasn't going anywhere, and he kept having these losses, and so he was like, I think it's time we turn. Like, I think it's time we make the turn. Oh, they're coming out now.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
This might be possible debut? Return?
I don't know. Could be.
We'll have to find out. If not, who knows when it's going to happen?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if the countdown is still going or if it just says 0. I'm going to check it out right now.
So I had this idea that if the Wyatt Six was going to attack Chad Gable, then they could like kidnap Otis and turn him into a dark version of Otis. But then, but wait, it gets even better.
Oh,
they
wait, more.
They could call him Goatus, and he could wear a goat mask to the ring. Yeah. Yeah, he could wear a goat mask to the ring, and they call him because he that's like a Wyatt thing with like Rowan and the other guy,
guys.
Yeah, the wearing the masks. Like now he could wear a goat mask and he could be Goatus.
So
I'm telling you, Dark
site,
Otis.
all it says is we're here. So
yep. Oh, so it's anytime.
It's 0.
Now.
So it's 0. Who knows when they're gonna come out? It's just a matter of time. Oh, CM Punk's gonna come back.
So
what is this?
So SmackDown's I don't know. No. This
SmackDown.
Friday on SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
It's in Chicago, so
interesting. All right.
CM Punk gonna make a little appearance. Have a little.
Is he a Raw guy though?
I think he technically is. Let's see. I don't know.
I don't remember what.
No,
I'm pretty sure he was drafted to Raw.
Well, listen.
If that's the case, then that means to me that the draft is over. If he shows up on SmackDown and he's a Raw guy, the draft's over. Draft already.
He is. Well, let me see here. So he's listed under Raw, but I thought he was a. Okay, so he's listed under Raw now. Up until like he was a free agent, but right. I don't think that's fair to say though, because even though like you can't say the draft is over because of that, because even after the draft happened, Cody still went to both shows. So if you have to say the draft's over, then you have to say it's already over because Cody screwed that up from the beginning. Interestingly enough, so they have these sections on WWE.com, and you've got Raw, SmackDown, and all these different people. There is a free agent section, and Brock Lesnar, MVP, and Amos are listed as the free agents.
Brock's still on the page, okay.
Brock is still there, yeah. They brought him back after.
Around. They just don't know. We just don't know if
you don't know, right?
Yeah,
right.
What's crazy to me is that he said in 2020 that he was ready to retire then, before they called him back up.
Yeah, I think he's been ready to retire for some time now. Because he's got like the farm and everything up in Canada, and like he has
a whole lot going on at home. He has kids, he has a whole family.
Indeed. So like, there's a lot of things going on, and I think I'm pretty sure he's fine with just fading off into the sunset. Yeah.
I think he was just enjoying making money.
Yes.
But no, I think what happened was he explained that when he had that Mania match with no fans, I think that really made him look back on his whole career like, I just wrestled a match with no fans for the belt.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, you know what they say?
What?
They say enough is enough, and it's clock number 4 a change.
And it's clock number 4.
Clock number 4 a change. Enough is enough. It's clock,
Clock
number
number
4
4.
change. Yes. So there you have it.
That's too funny.
That is tremendously funny.
That's tremendous. That's
It
fantastic.
is tremendous. Yeah. So, once again, while we're on commercial here, we want to.
We want to hear from you.
But yes, we want to hear from you. But
Of course.
also, is acknowledge the right word? Is lament the right word? Our new sponsors, the Wild LLC, as you missed earlier, Sean. But before you came on, we talked a little bit about Wild LLC.
I saw
when you're
it.
looking, when
you
you're
you
did
did
you
a
see it?
fantastic job.
Yeah, did you like that?
At the promo? It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ethan and Dylan would be proud.
I hope so.
Steven! What's
I
up, bro?
wrote that while I was on the dumper today.
I hope everything's going well with your mom.
Yes, Steven, what's going on, buddy?
Thoughts and
Thanks
prayers for everything.
Yeah, thanks for hopping in, man. Listen, we missed having you around here, so hope everything's going well with your mom. I know that's a tough situation. I can tell you, my mom lives with me, and she is not in terrible health, but we do, have trips every now and then to the hospital, and I understand what you're going through. So big ups. Thanks for stopping in. Always good to hear from you.
Yeah, for real. I hope everything goes well for you.
And you made it just in time to see Isla Dawn and Alba Fire walking through the terminal there or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. Hope everyone is enjoying Raw tonight. Can't wait to see what's.
Oh no! He got poor Braun Strowman. Oh no,
brother!
Oh no!
Poor
Gable.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Well, listen.
Well,
let's
career's over. That career's over.
Let's hope that everything goes well for Braun tonight, and he doesn't become once again the one-legged Strowman train.
Oh for God, Jesus!
Because that was terrible.
We appreciate you, Steven.
Yeah,
we appreciate you. Thanks for stopping in. Of course, always loved seeing you.
Always good to have you stop in. Oh, here we go.
This is gonna be rough.
Braun Strowman is wearing his Matt Hardy V1 pants. He bought those at a yard sale.
He was like, "Hey Matt, can I borrow your pants?"
Yeah. He's like, "Hey Matt, could I borrow 6 pairs of your pants and sew them together?"
Yeah, right.
Get Ollie the tent maker to make me some pants out of your 6 pairs. Oh, I mean, Chad Gable's gonna win this match. We know it's gonna happen. Well, yeah, because the Otis is gonna cheat, and all kinds of things are gonna happen. But yes, Chad Gable is gonna win this match. And you know why Chad Gable's going to win this match? Because we've got a new version of Chad Gable. It is the Chad Gable with hair askew.
With hair askew, right?
Yes,
right.
Chad Gable now askew, with right. Yes.
What is this? Some sort of punishment for him going to Adam Pearce? Jeez. Now with the hair askew accessory, that needs to be on a figure so bad.
Yes, hair askew accessory.
With a hair askew accessory.
Oh, don't worry. We've got a ton of banners now.
We have all the banners.
Yep, we're all, yep. Do you know what Chad Gable's thinking right now?
What is he thinking right now?
He's thinking, enough is enough. It's clock number 4 a change. Yes. Yep, that's exactly what he's thinking. Oh yeah.
Steven says no way Gable's gonna lift up Roman for a German.
I don't know. I'm like willing to let him try.
I mean, if he could try. I mean, the only way I can see him succeeding if it's one of those head start run underneath the ropes and then drop him.
Yeah.
It would be a version of it.
Maybe.
It wouldn't be exactly it.
No, it'll be like, instead of the German suplex, it'll be the Austrian suplex.
The Austrian?
It's like almost German.
Why Austrian?
Because it's almost German.
Because it's almost German.
It's just, it's almost German.
It's not quite enough. It's almost.
That's correct. It's almost.
I'm just waiting for that Otis turn, man. They're so close. I just want it to happen.
I don't know when they're gonna pull that, but I mean,
I can't wait.
like,
I can't wait.
So I'm hoping Chad Gable really really makes things bad leading into like
so
SummerSlam,
bad, like the worst.
and
Like he starts like tormenting them. Worse.
Yes.
All because Gable didn't win the belt.
Yes, correct.
Alpha Academy is now for the team.
Correct. So here we are, another commercial break, and while we are on commercial break, we'll just remind you of a few things in case you missed it at the beginning.
Yes.
Guys, we do have merch.
Yes.
You can find the links in the description below. Make sure you head over to the Pro Wrestling Tees website and check out Brian Ace's shop over there, because they have a brand new Wild LLC shirt. I will say this: the Wild LLC shirt is freaking cool. I will give them that.
It's a fantastic design.
It's a great shirt. I understand Brian Ace designed that, and it's great. This Sunday again, we're gonna have our exclusive interview with Fresh Air.
Yes.
If you have not seen
for that.
Fresh Air on the Indies, go out and check them out. Find them.
From Mania weekend. It was so good.
Yeah, they're really impressive. These guys were doing things I'd never seen before. You can also check out our episode from yesterday, episode 59, where we unfortunately found out that Wild LLC was purchasing us. And then, of course, you can always check out, we also have an episode of Tabletop Baristas coming up.
Yep.
And listen, that's one they haven't bought yet. So I don't think they're going to be able to get to that.
There is yet.
Yeah. So just a few things to keep in mind. Look who's joined. Look who dropped in. Joining
Hearts
us.
to you.
Yeah. Hopping in.
All the hearts.
Always good to see you.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us this evening. There's not a whole lot going on yet, but we're just kind of getting into the whole crux of Raw here. We're only we're 33 minutes in, and we're actually seeing a wrestling match, so that's a bonus.
That is a bonus.
I'm glad they did not let that first segment run super long.
No, it was actually perfectly amount of time for a short promo right into the match.
Yeah, it could have been. It could have been much longer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank God
they did a good job with that. So yeah, I mean, got a lot of big things happening on Raw tonight. Some exciting stuff. We're gonna start to see what Money in the Bank situation is going to look like a little bit. We're going to find out what's going on with the Wyatt Six, of course. That's the big news right there.
Yes, that's all.
And Seth Rollins coming back. That's pretty huge. Already. So 2 weeks. We got a title match between him and Damian Priest. So it's pretty exciting stuff. We'll see what happens there. Yeah.
Seth freaking Rollins can do what he wants.
That's right.
I had biased because he has my initials.
Yes, that's possible. So I had C4 Energy today. Oddly enough, I tried, because I got those coupons at WrestleMania week, so I tried one today. Right. And I was like, it was not bad. It was some frozen bombsicle thing. That was supposed to be the flavor. It's but they also have a Skittles original flavor, and they have a Starburst strawberry flavor. So I'm kind of interested. I've been told the Starburst strawberry one's pretty good.
I mean, it's the best, one of the best Starburst flavors.
It is.
It's either red or pink.
So Braun, yes. So Braun destroyed his shirt and threw Gable out of the ring.
Naturally.
It's time. It's time.
Braun Strowman train.
Yes. Let's hope it doesn't become the one-legged Strowman train.
No, we don't want that. Oh, Tozawa.
Put the boots on that. Whoa, stop that.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
He just threw it at him.
Yes.
God damn.
Poor Akira Tozawa. That's the one guy in all of this that is getting nothing out of any of this.
End of all the sticks.
And even when this thing goes sideways and Gable finally fires them all from Alpha Academy, Akira Tozawa is going nowhere because WWE has no interest in him. There it was. Chad
The
Gable
loss.
did not win
Gable
this
did
match.
not win this match.
He did not win this match.
Did not win this
I
match.
was waiting for the Austrian suplex, and it did not come.
What's up, C. Henry? Nice
Hey,
of you to
see
join
Henry
the
in the
party.
house.
Always nice to see you.
Man,
Always nice to see you.
we've got all the favorites joining in tonight. Everybody
Yes.
hopping in to check out a little Raw and a little chilling with the OC. Always good to see you guys. We appreciate all your
With the
support.
OC, with the
Presented.
Wild LLC.
That's right.
Presented
By Wild LLC.
You may
Gable's
see
had it.
you may see the hosts at some point during
Yeah,
this
listen,
broadcast.
it's very
they're
possible.
keeping their eyes on everything at this point.
Yeah,
We
they're
were
just
contractually obligated to do this Raw live stream per the Wild LLC.
Well,
So
they did they did mention that you know, they are new to the podcasting world. So you know, they're going to be watching very closely, not only to, you know, keep an eye on things, but I think secretly they're going to be watching to, you know, learn how we do things here, because they're new to the whole podcasting game. So
yeah, but I think with Ethan, he just wants to make sure that his assets are all in
Well,
order. So you know,
I mean, I think he wants to make sure, you know, if he's going to be involved in this, that he doesn't look, you know, terrible doing it.
Right.
Oh, Chad, come on.
This might be.
Something's going to happen.
Maxine's in the way now.
Wow.
Wow.
Maxine stepping up. All right.
Crazy.
Oh,
that's not very manly like, gentlemanly like.
Wow.
He's gone just full jerk with it. Just full jerk with it.
Oh, he's telling her to get out. Hobble out, and you're.
That's just not nice, you know.
No, he's
like,
beyond. We don't need any of that.
He is beyond himself at this point.
That is correct. He is extremely contemptible.
He
This
just
bitch
slapped
Tozawa.
Here comes the big man, Otis, man.
Oh, jeez, come on. Oh,
this dude's got to make a choice at some point. At some point, he's got to make a choice. Either he's pro Gable or he's.
Oh, he did it!
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
He finally broke. He finally broke. Oh, Jesus. That was
great.
That was great.
And the crowd goes wild.
They are chanting for Otis. I love this. Is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this for Otis. I've been such an Otis fan since Otis and Tucker. Oh, God.
Yeah, you know what though? This is it though. This is the time for him to bring in the Creed brothers to replace them.
You think so?
Well, let's see what happens here. He's looking back at him. I don't know what's going to happen. Yes.
Yep, he's walking away. He's gone.
Yep, I do think that Chad Gable is going to employ the services of the Creed brothers. I think it's coming. I'm excited for it.
Send the Creeds.
I'm excited for it. I think it's time, because those guys are just, you know, miring in the muck. Like, there is literally nothing. There's nothing good going on with those guys right now, and I think they could really use being a part of that.
Right. Oh, man.
Well, it's about time. But here we are. We just got through the Chad Gable segment.
There's nothing, so.
No White 6 yet.
Who knows?
Oh, no. Here we go.
Oh,
Pat McAfee ruins Raw. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Look who it is.
Screen.
Look who it is.
It's Dateline Dom.
It's your weekly Dateline Dom alert. Woo woo.
It's
Dateline Dom. Woo woo. Dateline Dom.
I know that he does this in sports, but I just don't see it working. This doesn't do anything for me here.
No,
it just doesn't. I'm not. And I love Pat McAfee. I love McAfee, but he doesn't do anything. But you notice that Finn Balor grabs the card, though.
Yes.
Balor grabs the card.
That is right.
So I wonder if there's going to be a little segment of him using that card.
Oh, Pat McAfee's going crazy.
He's going nuts. He's going
Oh,
wild.
he's gonna break
losing
that.
it.
He's gonna break that telestrator. Oh,
He's gonna smash that screen, man. He's like so
oh
amped right now.
man, he is. It is just all right.
He spoke Spanish.
We really do we know? We don't. I don't think we know where the card ended up.
It ended up with Balor. He grabbed it and then hit it. That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they're gonna have a segment of Balor using it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
And if he's gonna use it, why?
yes.
Why do you need the card?
Yes.
Pat, don't lose your voice, bro.
He's
Going a
going
little
nuts.
crazy. Going a little crazy.
I think we're spending way too much time on this. Unless I don't know what's happening, but we're spending way too much time on this.
I think we're done now.
I think I'm done now. This is crazy.
It's way too long of a segment. It's way too long of a segment.
Yeah, there's not. We don't like. We don't need
All right, we're
this.
done. Let's go.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been your weekly Dateline Dom segment presented by Cheesy Mustaches and
Cheesy mustaches.
Terrible Haircuts. We now
Thanks.
return you to your regular pro.
Oh,
Dateline
never mind.
Dom's
We're
back.
down.
Never
Dom's
mind.
back.
He's
We're
back.
here.
It's over. He's back.
Up,
Boys.
Boys. Balor.
Notice how he's talking about Braun Strowman now
I know.
instead of, he's deflecting
Yeah.
after that,
Video.
telestration monstrosity. Oh, all right. Calling him out.
Calling him right out.
Oh, I bet it's taken care of.
Oh, it's taken care of, all right, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Where's your head at, bro?
Uh-oh. Yeah, what's going on? What are you thinking?
Ooh. Oh, don't do that, Swerve. Don't tease me like that. Carlito.
Bro, you're not even in the Judgment Day.
He's just there. He just
I mean,
exists.
R-Truth is more in the Judgment Day
Yeah,
than
I know.
Carlito is.
R-Truth had a run. He's just in the background.
Yes.
Oh, here comes our first qualifying match. The
Yeah.
women's qualifying.
And Io Sky should be on a warpath here.
Oh, I want her to just destroy everyone. I want her to just go in there, wreck everyone, not to steal Reigns' line, and leave.
Yeah.
I don't see Kiana James being in it so soon because she just debuted.
Yeah.
The only two I can see winning are Zelina Vega or Io Sky. What do you guys in the chat think? Who do you got for?
Yeah,
Money in
who's
the Bank,
everybody
men's
got
and
for this one?
women's? What do you got?
I mean, this will be Io's trying to go back to back here. That'd be
You got
interesting.
Io. Who do you have, sir?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's got to be Io Sky. I think you're right about Kiana James. I think it's too soon for her, and I don't see them really having any major plans with Zelina Vega. Like I don't like Zelina
which
Vega would
it's
be a
important
good
because she's
person,
So good.
a good person to put in the match that like
Right.
just to get beat. But because I don't think, and not that I have anything against her or anything against her talent or anything, I just don't think they have any plans for her. So
Right.
I think you got to go with Io Sky on this one. because it's the back to back is the story
Right.
here, I think.
Plus, the way
Um,
she's been like losing her mind the last few weeks, I think like she just needs to lose it on Zelina
yes,
Vega and Kiana James.
I would be
Just
okay with that.
like I
I
said,
think that's a
wreck
good way to do.
everyone and leave.
Yeah, there you go, wreck everyone and leave. That's a good way to look at it. I think that's how it's going to end up. I mean, we'll see, but I think there's, even if we're not talking like Io Sky, even if we're not talking Io Sky winning this, I think we're
Right.
talking Io Sky is the like like the odd choice. Like she's the choice because no one else is the choice.
Right.
You know, so we'll see what happens. I think that one again. I think that we're probably going to be pretty much. You know, I'm crowning Jay Uso already for this
Yeah.
match. I think he's money
You
in the.
already have your winner. You're like, it's Jey
He's the
Uso.
winner. So
That's it.
like
You already have your winner. You're like, I'm locked in.
neither of these to me both of these matches tonight are cut and dry. Like
You think so? You think it's gonna be Jey
I
Uso and
do
then
because
Io Sky?
I feel like not only like they're not gonna give it to Rey Mysterio. Like Rey
Mm-hmm.
Mysterio's day is done. And honestly, I think Finn Balor losing this big qualifying match fits right into, you know, like what's been going on
The
with the Judgment Day and
ascension of the yeah.
Damien's
Right.
frustration with them, and you know, so I think it fits right in with that. So I would be, I would be hard again. I think Jey Uso's winning Money in the Bank, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't see him losing this match.
But if he
I
does win it, who do you think he cashes it in on? The world heavyweight or the other belt?
I don't know. I would be. I don't know. I think it's probably got to be. I think it's probably got to be the Universal Championship, but I don't think he cashes it in on Cody. I think he cashes it in at some point after Cody loses the title because I don't see Cody going like Mania to Mania as champion. I just don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that like because again, in reading some of the things I've read online, it seems like you know the chase for Cody was much more advantageous than him
Well,
since he's won the title.
I
So
feel like for anyone, the chase is always almost more exciting than the actual reign.
maybe it a lot of that again, you know, you have to have it's just like if you look at Batman,
Right,
not to make it to make a parallel here.
right,
If you
right.
look at Batman, tell me the one reason that Batman is one of the greatest superheroes of all time. He doesn't have special powers. He's
Nope.
got gadgets. Like,
Yeah,
why? Give me a reason why you think he's one of the greatest superheroes of all time.
I mean, why do I think he's one of the greatest? I mean, I was never. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm a huge Batman fan, but I was never a Batman fan growing up. I watched the series, but I was like, I was into Batman late in the game, if you
Okay.
will. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I was always the Hulk. I was always like Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
I was always the Marvel side of things more so than like the DC side of things. So I was always that
Batman,
side.
yeah,
I know
Batman
Batman's
was
amazing,
probably
and I know
mhm.
I know he's a historic hero, but
So I Batman was basically really the only DC character I was interested in. And
right.
the reason that Batman is such a great superhero is because Batman has a great cast of villains.
But is he a superhero if he doesn't have superpowers?
He is. You know, superheroes don't have to have superpowers. That's just I mean, certain superheroes do, but that doesn't mean, you know, the reason he's so great is because he has this cast of villains that is arguably the best cast of villains in all of comic books. And so that kind of translates to being the world champion.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a great cast of opponents to make you a great champion.
Right.
So like there's a lot that goes into it, and I don't see I see Cody chasing is better than
Him winning.
being the champ. So but
Have you not been
I don't
enjoying his reign so far?
um I mean it's okay. I haven't seen anything spectacular.
What do you guys think in the chat?
I
How
really
do you
didn't
guys feel about
enjoy
Cody's reign?
I mean, the match
Let me
with
know.
AJ was okay. Like it wasn't spectacular. I mean, I haven't really, seen anything that's been like, hey, I'm, like super impressed with this. So, Kiana James in her, what are they? What do they call those in 2K24? Select your persona. She selected one of the generic
Oh
personas.
god. Well, they just haven't fleshed out her character yet on the main roster. Because like again,
Yeah,
I,
we'll
I
see.
I feel like it's hard to
Now,
translate some NXT characters to the main roster, and unless they change her
I think it's hard to get
anytime
anybody to
soon.
care about a woman that walks out and just carries a purse with zero personality. Ooh,
Oh,
ooh, that
look
was
at
a
that
good.
pun! Look
I
at that pun!
I carry a purse, but I've got zero personality. I
Personality.
hope that's her gimmick. I hope that's her
What?
gimmick.
Jeez.
I know. Look, she'll
What a pun!
develop
What a
something.
pun!
She'll develop something eventually. I'm not crapping on anybody. She's what? This is like her second or third match on the main roster since she's been
Why
drafted to
you judge
Raw.
so
So
soon? Give it
listen,
time. Let it
listen,
breathe.
listen. Leave me alone.
Let it breathe. Just a
And
little
you
bit.
you you let it breathe.
I am. I am letting it breathe,
Good
sir.
for you. Yeah, but just here we'll do this.
What? What? You put in what it breathe?
No,
You let it breathe. Oh, Io's, Io's already started it.
yeah,
Io's on a rampage.
she is treating her opponents like she treated that locker room last
Oh,
week.
dude,
Was
she
it last week? Oh,
trashed that locker room.
yeah,
Destroyed that locker room.
yeah.
That locker room had zero chance of surviving.
I actually wish they would have like showed a lot of the destruction. I would have liked to have seen her suplex a
What?
couch.
Suplex the couch.
I want to see Io Sky suplex a couch. Yes, because I think that'd be hilarious.
Destruction and chaos from the
Yes,
couch.
yes.
Listen, for me, nothing beats the Invisible Man match with Bryce Remsburg. All right, that was probably the best match in wrestling history.
Uh,
Dude, dude went through a
uh,
table.
yeah, but you didn't see it, so it didn't count.
Oh, counted it right.
Oh,
There was a
listen,
pinfall. There was a
listen,
victory. The hand
listen.
was raised.
If a dude goes through a table and you can't see it, does it count? The answer is no.
But the table broke.
You
How
don't
did it
know
broken
that.
without? It's on video.
You
There's
didn't see
proof.
you didn't see the pieces. You don't know if it broke.
The video's out there, man.
Yeah, but
The
there's
table
there's
breaks.
there's there's nothing to support your claim on that video. It's like video. It's like video of the Loch Ness monster. There's nothing there to
No,
support your claim.
no,
All right,
no.
so we've hit another commercial break. So make sure you tell us what you think of Raw so far, and if you're
Yes,
interested in Despicable Me 4.
I love this
'Cause
series. I love the minions. I love the whole thing. I'm
I'm
down.
excited. Yeah.
I'm so in.
We've been talking about going to see Inside Out too because we watched. I'd never seen Inside Out 1, and we watched it the other night, and
Was it good? Did you like
it
it?
was good. I really
Okay,
enjoyed it. Yeah.
okay. I
It's
still
it's
haven't
really
seen it
good.
yet. I still haven't
Well,
seen
it's
it yet.
on Disney Plus, so
Okay,
take the time to check it out. It's worth it.
got it.
It's one of Sonia's favorites, and I had never seen it, so we sat down and I said, let's just watch it, and it was really
Right.
good. All right, Sean, you're on your own for a minute. I'm gonna go grab some sustenance to keep me going through this marathon of
Gotcha.
wrestling. I shall return. Enjoy your time with
I will.
with the show.
With the people.
Yes.
Yes. Welcome to the Parm Show. What's up, guys? We're here. It's just me now. Even though I know the Waddle LLC is watching, but it's just me now. Rob's taking a quick break. I'm riding solo. What's everybody think about Raw so far? Thoughts, concerns, questions, alerts. When do we think the Wyatt Six will debut? If it even is the Wyatt Six, if it's just Bo, if it's the four that they said rumors about that I'm not going to say because I'm not trying to say the wrong thing. But yes, let me know your thoughts and concerns and questions. I think so far the Gable match was fun. I'm very curious to see where the Gable Alpha Academy feud goes. I definitely want to see Otis versus Gable at some point. I'm super excited that Otis is getting another push, I hope, because I loved his first push with Mandy Rose, and that whole storyline was fun for me. I just want to see him get proper push, so I hope that they do Otis versus Gable down the line at some point. It would be awesome. I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it. But yeah, we're here, about to be through hour 1 of the 3-hour epic that is Monday Night Raw. In great anticipation of the re-debuting, returning Bo Dallas, I mean Uncle Howdy, I mean Wyatt Six. Who knows? I've been such a fan of lore, so that's why I, for one, have been so into it, because I love all things, anything that has a background of lore that you can look into and look up and search. So, oh wow, see, Henry says Ric Flair's energy is on sale for 75 cents. It must not be doing very well, or it's not very good. I haven't tried it yet. I haven't seen it anywhere near me or by me to try. I don't even know if it's just an exclusive drink where I don't know where he sells it. I don't know, I just don't ever see it. But it must not be doing well if it's on sale for super cheap. Because most energy drinks go for like $3 a pop, at least by me. And we're back. Triple threat match on the screen. I'm still hoping for Io Sky to win this one because I think she deserves it. I want to see her go mental and just go nuts for a while and just be the psychotic Io Sky that I miss. You may see some surprises throughout this show. You may see some members of the LLC on the show. Who knows? I know they're watching. They're always watching. Making sure that we're keeping their assets in good hands. So, how do I think this new Bo Dallas group will be booked? I hope it's not fully supernatural. I do want some elements, but I'm hoping it's more akin to the cult, like how it used to be with the Wyatt family. Not exactly the Wyatt family, but like more culty than supernaturally. If you know what I'm saying. Like I want it to be more rooted than all supernatural and spooky and stuff. I think the way to longevity, at least for them, is to make them more grounded. Whereas Bray was very much supernatural and spooky. This should be a more grounded group, a more to the ground, a more, just less supernatural. Welcome back.
I actually disagree. I would like them to be like 100% supernatural because honestly, playing 2K24 and going through the female My Rise,
and
that
was such a fun.
And there's a supernatural storyline there.
Yeah.
I want them to go like over the top supernatural. I think it would be like, I mean, it would be like scary, but it would be like cool scary. Like right. I think there's an element of like, and I'm not saying this is exactly how it should be, but there's an element of like, think about The Purge. Think about things like that, like a scary element to like their creepiness and coolness. So I think that if done correctly, I think that could be done very well. If not, I mean, I'm okay with them like doing, just normal characters and whatever and being more grounded, like you said. I'm okay with that. But I'd really like to see something.
I still want spooky. I just want it. I would like to see it less like, I don't know.
Does anybody know where you can get Ric Flair's energy drink?
I was just saying that. There's none by me. I don't know about you, but
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I'd try it for 75 cents.
Steven says waiting for YCW is like waiting for Veer. He is coming.
Oh boy.
Dude, that was the worst promo bit ever. He just never came. He never came.
Except, the Wyatt Six is not tethered to Jinder Mahal, so they might actually succeed.
Right. Oh, there's Liv. What is? Oh, she's wearing the vest that Dom was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
She's wearing it.
Yep.
She's
you know where she got it?
Where?
Finn Balor gave it to her last week at the hotel room.
I see you. I see you. I see what you're putting up.
Yeah.
There it is. Clean win, baby. All right, EO, let's go. Let's go.
All right. I'm one for one.
1 for 1
on Money in the Bank
there you go.
this year. We're gonna keep
1
track.
for 1.
I'm 1 for 1.
1 for 1. Keep track of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, damn. Kiana just knocked Vega out. Oh, it's a recap. I'm dumb. Never mind. I thought Kiana was like, screw this, and just beat up up poor Zelina Vega. I was like, what? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be like that?
Well, let's see if I can go 2 for 2 tonight.
2 for 2.
I'm hoping that whatever they announce for Friday for SmackDown. I like the graphics, by the way. That Money in the Bank graphics.
These graphics are
really
cool. So cool. I love it. I love it.
I bet you they're gonna have like a sick looking Money in the Bank T-shirt this year.
If so, I'm buying it. You bet your ass. I'm buying it.
So I'm hoping that when they announce the Money in the Bank matches for Friday, I'm hoping that there's more. They're not so cut and dry. Because I think these are clear cut.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Who else do you see in the matches right now? If you had to pick.
Oh boy.
Other than who we think are going to be in the match already.
All right. So I'm looking at Steven threw this out here.
Okay.
I definitely like Bianca and Jade in that match.
Valkyria, Naomi.
Valkyria is a good one.
Okay.
I don't know if I see Naomi. I see Tiffany because that's a smart choice.
Yeah, that's a very smart choice.
I'm trying to think. Because I think the only one I don't see is Naomi.
Why don't you see her? I mean, she won't win, but she'll be there to have a good match.
I don't think that
Naya's
a good one.
Naya's a good pick.
Good call because she's
good pick.
She's like right there in that title picture, so that makes sense.
Absolutely.
I would see her over Naomi. I would see her over Tiffany. I think that Tiffany adds flavor to the match, but
I'm a huge Tiffany fan, so
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else I really see.
Natalya could be one if they really wanted to use her again. Not that she would win.
Maybe. Depending on what happens with the
Zoe. Steven says Zoe.
Depending on what happens with the Wyatts here, I could see Alexa getting a shot in Money in the Bank.
What about Shayna?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, that's true because they're going to be in Toronto. That would make sense if Natty was in the match.
We'll see. I think Natty's the exception to everything because they've treated her so poorly over the years. She's never gotten anything that she's deserved, I think, in this business. I think WWE has always seen her as someone that will make other people be better, but never be the one to carry the load on her own. And I think that's going to continue to be the case. And I mean, I don't know. I don't see them caring enough about her to put her in that match. It would make sense, but I mean, it's I don't know.
It's hard. Sammy!
Oh!
Sammy! That was a loud let's go. Woo! That was like a solid 7.
The following Captain Sweatpants appearance is brought to you by Hanes, makers of fine quality sweatpants.
I do like his hoodie. or I mean a
The one
shirt.
where it says on the
I mean both really. The
Yo
hoodie's cool and
Khadijah,
the
I
shirt's
did it.
cool. The hoodie's cool
All
and so is
right.
the shirt design. Another
So that
break.
kept another break.
How we feeling? How we feeling? How we doing out there in the YouTubes, in the
So we talked
Facebooks,
about we
Twitters?
we talked about the women's Money in the Bank. What do you guys see in the men's Money in the Bank?
Sees Sarah says, unfortunately, she is too nice and did too many jobs for less talented
Mm-hmm.
people. You're not
That's
wrong.
that's
You're
correct.
not wrong.
I just want to say it this time that based on the commercial that was just shown, no yeet.
No yeet. I mean,
Because my wife just yelled yeet and I'm not happy with it. She's about to be banned from future Team Ralph meetings.
future Team Ralph band done. Cut
Yep,
off.
just saying.
That's done.
Listen, we don't allow yeet around there. When it comes to yeet, enough is enough, and it's clock number 4 a change. Yes, that will never get old.
Steven says, "What if Charlotte or Rhea return in time for Money in the Bank?" Those are names that we completely looked over because they're out with injury.
I like that idea. My only thing is you're gonna have to bring them in for a qualifying match, so it kind of ruins the surprise of them coming back. But I like the idea of one of them getting involved. I would love to see. I would love to see. I'd love to see Rhea and Finn Balor. Rhea and Finn Balor win Money in the Banks, and then just chaos. Damien's always looking over his shoulder, wondering what Finn Balor's doing. The Judgment Day is trying to.
That would be.
It would be insane.
The almost definitive end of them because everyone would be scared. Everyone would just be terrified. Damien would be scared. Anyone near Rhea would be terrified.
Agreed.
This whole Rhea, Dom, and Liv thing, definitely terrified. Dom should be scared.
I don't think Charlotte needs Money in the Bank. I think Charlotte could literally come back and call her shot. I actually think it would devalue Money in the Bank to give it to her.
She does it every time. She'll be gone for a while. She'll be like, oh, hey, I'm back. Where's my title?
Yeah, exactly.
It's anytime she loses it, it's okay, who's going to be the placeholder for a year until she goes back and just wins it?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. That's just how they book Charlotte. They're not saying that she's bad. She's great, but it's how she's booked.
Agreed.
It's how she's booked.
Absolutely agree.
So, okay, Steven Chambers.
Here we go. All right.
Logan Paul, LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Braun Breaker, Finn, Dragunov from. I like your picks because most of them are younger stars that could get the proper time to shine. I'm down with Hayes. I'm down with Breaker. I'm down with Dragunov. Those could be fun. Having Finn in there is smart too because Finn could definitely kill it in there.
So,
I'm not down with Logan Paul.
I'm not down with LA Knight because I think that LA Knight's terrible. But I also think that I don't know. It feels like we've lost momentum on LA Knight. I don't know.
I mean, to have him get such a push only to lose the reins, of course, that was going to derail him. That was,
yeah, of course.
You had to go too soon into the rain, into shot at the bell. Yeah. That could have waited, in my opinion.
And again, I like these picks.
Yeah, I do.
I like them all except the Money in the Bank winner, Jey Uso's not in that list, so I can't fully endorse them. But I like those. Those are smart picks. So there you go.
Advertisement for Sami Zayn Friends in Toronto. There you go.
Yes.
July 4th, 8 p.m. Thursday. Bingo.
Yes. The Captain Sweatpants comedy special live Thursday, July 4th at 8 p.m. from Toronto is brought to you by No Boundaries, makers of fine quality sweatpants, sold exclusively at Walmarts everywhere.
You're terrible.
This has been their Captain Sweatpants moment. No, I don't like the fact that he wears sweatpants. He used to wear actual wrestling tights. I don't care. He's so good, but he could be so great if he wasn't Captain Sweatpants.
Stop it. I even hear her laughing
Look,
in the
I'm sorry.
background.
Yes, she was laughing. That's because it was funny, and it was funny because it's true. Oh wait, he's gonna talk. I do like his shirt, though. I will. That shirt is sweet.
I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, the shirt's really cool. So who's next?
I
We
know.
know Gable's
I'm
out of the
very curious
picture
to find out
now.
who's next? I don't like him.
Yeah. Makes
Yeah,
sense. It is a
jealousy.
wrestling show.
It is a wrestling show. it's. I mean, it's But he beat him multiple times. That's why he got so upset.
I mean, it's not the complicated storylines of AEW, but it's pretty good. He beat me. I beat him in a wrestling match, so he's mad at me. Like, that's more,
right.
Moving on up.
Steven says, guessing either Finn or Braun to Rita unless Braun Breaker sneaks in there.
Braun Breaker would be a good one.
Henry says, in my opinion,
but
Sami Zayn Dynasty Reign has been underwhelming. I don't know if I'd necessarily
I don't know.
100%. I think he's been pretty damn good if I were to.
I'm on the fence about it. Like, I could either agree with C. Henry or I could go the other way. Like, I mean, I haven't seen, like, I don't know. The Chad Gable of it all has kind of taken me a little out of it.
Right.
I don't.
The Chad Gable of it all.
Well, I don't. Okay, so I don't necessarily agree that they should have kept it on Gunther, because I think we're at the point now where Gunther is world title picture. Like, we have to focus on that now.
But now he's on to the bigger,
But I do think that there could have been more to Sami Zayn's run right now than just Chad Gable to this point. Yeah.
Oh, there's Braun.
So Stephen Chambers apparently is again 14 days in the future.
Yeah, he's already well beyond ahead of us.
I think he saw the main event of SummerSlam and he knows what's happening. So, but yes, he's always way far ahead of us. Yes. That's a crazy looking shirt Braun's wearing. It's like
that's an awesome shirt.
It's like a demon dog.
I would wear that shirt. That's sick. That's sick. Steven, listen, we know that you're always like 20 days ahead. You're always like, listen, you probably already know who's winning anything right now. I think we have a guest. I wouldn't even call him a guest. We're always kind of the guest now. But let's bring him in. The CEO, not that CEO of the Wild LLC, Dr. Ethan Wild.
There he is.
Not that CEO.
No,
there he is.
The chief executive officer. Look at this Pat's house in the background.
Yes.
Is that WrestleMania?
No, that's a Wild LLC stockholders meeting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Clever. So, like any good executive, just calling in, just looking to see how my assets are doing. It looks like, Ralph, you've decided to re-crown yourself several times over.
Indeed. I was.
Let that stand.
What did you change my name? What did you change my name?
No, he didn't. Look at what Sean did. He's the number one Keanu James
I had
fan.
It as something for him to see, and you changed it on me. Why did you do that?
What are you talking about? Look, I'm trying to run a legitimate show here.
We will punish you by rechristening you the number one sexy red fan.
Yeah, right. So you missed our we talked about Wild LLC a little earlier.
Give him
Good, good.
Give him the
Yes, we'll give
spiel.
him the we'll give him the spiel. Listen,
give him the red hot promo.
so you are seeing
Show him
right
what we've
now
done so far.
the Chief Executive Officer of Wild LLC, Dr. Ethan Wild here, and of course, the show is presented by Wild LLC. When you are looking for the best business in the business, choose the financial stability of Wild LLC. Their fiduciary experts will turn even a monetary zero like you into a financial hero like them. Wild LLC, your path to the top. Yeah.
You two are making me feel really confident in our capital investment.
Yeah, there's something here.
Next time our council talks with the folks at the BFC, maybe we'll have something nice to say about you.
No, that's good to hear. So it's
Speaking
nice
of
that
nice
you
things.
well, it's nice that you could join us here on a Monday
course,
night.
It's nice
Where
to join
Of course.
on a,
Well, who isn't
especially on your
watching?
busy schedule that you have that you must have as CEO of Wild OLC.
Yeah.
Well, you wake up at 5. We live the life. I know people post on LinkedIn about how they live that life, but only I truly do. You wake up at 5. You have a protein shake and a banana. You get to work. You work out for half an hour. Work half an hour of weights, hour of cardio, 30 minutes in the newspaper, 30 minutes keeping up with the financial reports. Commute to work. Well, you get driven into work. Sure. At the office by 8 a.m., out of the office by 6 p.m. We're working out again. Most nights we're training at the Worldwide Dojo. Monday nights I'm typically not there. So Monday nights I have a little bit of free time using that. Look, this is business. I'm writing this off of my taxes because these are still billable hours.
Of course,
yeah.
Naturally. So, well, have you been watching the whole of Raw? What are your thoughts so far?
I've been paying just a little bit of attention. I know that Money in the Bank is coming up. I will be attending. I will be going to SmackDown next Friday.
Oh, exciting.
There you go.
So I haven't been keeping up with it on the whole, other than knowing that Money in the Bank is coming. There was a premium live event, which will never, ever, ever sound right.
No, never, never.
Exactly.
I still call it pay-per-views because PLE just sounds weird.
Yeah. Yo, did you see the PLE?
Yeah, it's just weird. It just sounds weird to say out loud. It just sounds weird.
Sure. It's not like a lot of people pay for Peacock. So is it truly premium?
PLE sounds like the kind of thing you go get checked out at the doctor. Like, yo, I think I got a PLE.
I think I got a PLE.
I think that happened in my match with Old Man Young Boy. That was on Boiling Point. Look, you emerge victorious against somebody of his stature, but you're definitely leaving with a PLE.
Yeah, right. It sounds like a really bad concussion. There's like worse than CTE. You get a PLE, that's you're done.
Yes,
you're retired. That's it.
It's a concussion of the ligament.
Right.
Partial ligament encephalopathy is
right.
I believe that counts it. So I've been paying a little bit of attention to Raw. It looks like Braun Breaker, Sheamus, Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee's on Raw now, huh?
He's got a match with Carlito tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Has he been on for long?
Since the draft, I think, right?
Yeah.
Since the draft, he's been on Raw.
He's they brought him up and put him in the LWO.
Yeah.
I see.
With all those guys,
That makes sense. Oh, I think I just recognized one of those security guards. That looked like it might have been Joe Keys of Ring of Honor and Maryland Championship Wrestling, and I think he rode a bicycle once.
What? Just once.
Well,
just one time.
Everybody gets to ride a bicycle once.
Right, once.
Yeah. It's very famous, very simic. It's oh gosh. I suddenly can't think of the artist's name. Warhol. Warhol's 15.
Right. Oh yes, yeah.
Right.
Just for a bicycle.
Yeah. Very cool.
What's that shirt you got on there? It's not Metallica, but it's a Metallica font.
It is not. So yes, I'm completed my evening workout. I'm showered and rested. This is a shirt from Best Coast. They're somewhat. They don't sound like Metallica. They're very very twee. 20 teens
Right.
Are they like yacht rock?
pop rock. I suppose they're certainly got that sunny summertime California wine cooler,
Right.
windows down, music up kind of vibe to it. But
Right.
no, they're no substitute for Christopher Cross or
Right.
Michael McDonald, 10cc, all of our favorites, all of what was his name? All of my friend Roger's favorites.
I don't know.
Very cool.
But let's ask this to the whole group here. Stephen Chambers asked, "Do you guys see Penta in WWE, or will he stay in AEW?"
I don't know. I could see him. I could see him coming to WWE. I think there's a lot of the sort of lost in the shuffleitis over there. In AEW right now,
Yeah.
I think there are a lot of guys that may not necessarily want to leave AEW for all the reasons like you would normally leave a company,
right.
but maybe they think that they can get more of a look on somewhere else.
What do you think, Doctor?
Yeah.
Look, if there's one thing that I appeal to willful ignorance on, it's people's contract status for a variety of reasons. First and foremost, other people's business is their business.
Sure.
Capital B, lowercase b, it's their business. So I truly have no concept of, is his contract up? Will it be next week? Will it be next week?
Sure.
When it is, as long as if he's a smart person, he'll make the best business decision for himself and his family long term. Where is that? WWE, AEW,
Wild LLC.
I was just going to say, a better question would be, do you see Penta in Wild LLC?
I cannot say if it's been discussed in the board.
Okay.
Mostly because we're all under NDA and that's everything's proprietary.
Right, of course.
Right. And we don't have clearance.
No.
You don't have the right liability insurance
no.
for financial disclosures. People go calling up their brokers tomorrow morning saying, "This is what I heard. This is what I heard on Chillin with the OC." And next thing you know, we're getting.
I'm a
sued.
liability to people's insurance.
Right.
I don't have liability insurance.
You want to tell the boss that?
What
are we doing here?
What are you looking at me like that for? Listen, you guys knew what you were getting into before you bought us. That's all I'm gonna say. Like
I expect grown adults to be insured adequately.
Listen, I've got I've got like soda and chips and snacks out there that I've charged to the account. So you knew what you were getting into before you bought us.
Yeah.
Right.
So I see Stephen Chambers says Ricky Stark's another name. Yes, that is indeed another name. Can confirm.
Can confirm that is another name.
Listen, Stephen Chambers is one of our all-stars. So he
please don't shoo him away from us.
Don't shoo him away. Oh, that's all we need. Yes.
Well, is there a question in there?
No, I think that one went with the other one because Ricky Starks is in AW and he could go over to the other side. I think that's what he was getting at.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, and so Stephen Chambers is living in the future.
Yeah, he is 14 days ahead of us.
He knows everything that happens on Raw.
He probably already knows what happened
20 minutes before we know what's going on.
He probably already knows who cashed in.
Is he on the creative team? Is this Canyon Seaman?
No.
An alias?
No.
No. I don't think so. But no. he seems to know the future. I mean,
he seems to be like at least like 30-40 seconds ahead of us at all times.
Yes. Yes, he is the cable of this show here.
Yeah.
I see. I'm going to pay more attention to the chat and see what omniscience shows up. Sure.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh.
Have my broker on speed dial.
Right. Have your broker on speed dial. I mean, that's not a bad game.
That's right.
Man.
Steven, do you have any financial advice?
Oh, Steven, if you're listening. Dr. Wa wants to know what your advice is.
Bet on Ricky Starks. So we're watching currently. Oh, this is from this weekend. This is the show in Scotland.
Yes,
Yes,
this
this
is I
is
think
from
the third time
Clash
that
at the
they've
Castle, yeah.
talked about, like, shown a recap.
I mean, that's what most Raw after pay-per-view shows are. They're just recap shows. Mostly recap shows. See, Steven said I'm always ahead of them TV, but they're ahead of me during PLEs. And he wrote it almost as please.
He did. Yes. For some reason, we cannot sync up our streams
screens.
ever. Like I'm on actual cable, because I, like
Right.
you, do not see cable as this great thing. It's just it is what it is. I can afford cable.
Right.
So
Being a person of means to a person of means.
Right.
yes,
We're not watching on russiansports.ru.
No.
And that's and coincidentally, that's exactly what I means.
Right.
Oh.
Ooh. I'm watching it.
Oh, well,
on
I've been a little punny this evening.
I respect that. I
very
respect
punny.
a pun.
Very punny.
That will go into your Q2 evaluation.
Excellent. Good to hear.
Very
So-
good. Very
building
good.
up that goodwill for when I
So-
really screw up.
Josh
exactly.
Barnett's Bloodsport superstar Shayna Baszler just on.
Yes.
TV.
I know.
I will say this. The NXT Battleground, they had the NXT Underground match with Shayna Baszler,
Yeah.
and it was just a disappointing display because you could
You didn't like
really
That's the same thing, right? They take the ropes down. It's
Yes.
round face.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a no ropes.
but you could tell that Shayna was pulling punches. You could tell that
I
Shayna
mean,
was like
right.
pulling kicks, because if she went out there and really gave it her all, she'd kill somebody. Like, so you could tell it was, she was throwing softballs, and it just, to me, it kind of took away from it a little bit, because I watched the one they did with Natalia and Lola Vice, and I thought those two went out there and just went to the wall, just throwing bombs at each other. Like they really got into the spirit of
Yeah.
it and made it look good, where I think Shayna was a little handicapped because obviously she's much more of a experienced fighter.
Right.
Oh, Alicia Taylor on Raw.
Oh, nice.
All right. I guess they're really playing into that, Ricochet stuff
Samantha Urban thing. Yeah.
with Samantha Irvin. Yeah.
I might be ahead of you. I'm the match between Dragon Lee and Ricochet just started.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah,
about
you're ahead of us.
So
Yes.
now
Okay.
he's in
Yeah.
the future now. Now we're just behind. Awesome.
I think am I further into the future than Steven Chambers? That's really
Oh,
the-
I don't
that's
know.
the question.
I don't
Yes.
know. Although he did say Dom looks like a young version of Gomez Adams.
Yes.
Hmm.
we hear on the show call him Dateline Dom,
Yeah, we call him Dateline Dom.
because he looks like he just got caught during an episode of Dateline with his mustache and his hair.
I'm partial to the look. I think Gomez Adams is a good look, whether it's Raul Julia or
Right.
certainly
Sure.
the cartoon version where he's kind of got like a.
Are you a huge Adams Family fan?
No, I just know a lot about a lot of
Okay.
things.
Okay.
Yes.
The cartoon from, I think Adams was the artist, had a head. What's the baby on the Seth MacFarlane show, the Family Guy?
Stewie.
Oh, Stewie
They have,
Griffin.
they have the same shape head, right?
Oh,
That's
right,
sideways
right.
oval. But Gomez Adams, he had the sleepy eyes and the mustache. That's a good look.
Mhm.
That's aesthetic.
Right.
The kids say.
Yeah. Sure.
I don't want to react to things because I don't want to shock you.
You want to
So I'll just react to this U.S. Olympics commercial.
There you go.
U.S. Olympics commercial.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
That's a good thing to react to.
It's
Yeah.
Simone Biles, so it really is impressive.
Have you been watching any of the Olympics?
No, it hasn't started.
Before this was on, there was some sort of Olympics swimming on.
Oh,
that I saw.
probably
Trials.
Olympic trials. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the swimming trials. I have a friend who's in podcasting who is attending those trials live.
Oh, really?
They
Oh,
run
wow.
a-
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
Interesting.
That's
keep
cool.
the flame alive. It's all Olympic athletic podcast.
Sure.
Steve Chambers is on an Olympic.
Yeah, all right. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing backflips like Simone Biles? Or are
Yeah.
you?
Or yeah, right.
Ooh.
So we know you're not Kenyon Seaman, but we
Right.
don't know if you're not Simone Biles. So that could be.
I don't know if you're not Simone
It's
Biles.
yeah. There's probably more of a chance than that of that happening. Him being Simone Biles.
I don't. Oh God.
Yeah, there you
There you
go.
go.
There it is.
Go
Sleepy
Mad Adams.
eyes, the
There you
gap
go.
tooth,
Yep.
There's
Him,
no
Gomez.
collar gap on the suit.
Stewie from Family Guy and Hey Arnold.
Oh
They
yeah,
all have the
right.
same-
That's right.
they all have the same
Yes,
head shape.
All of the same head shape. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
All the same. Very good.
Yeah.
So what's the main event on Raw tonight? What are they pushing?
They
We
really
got-
haven't pushed a lot. I mean, the only thing that we're really looking forward to, which is probably going to be at the end, is the big debut returning of Bo Dallas and
Yeah,
the Riot
'cause-
group and the
Oh,
The
is that
that.
this evening?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
the
so
cl- the
last
clock's
big
run
QR
down.
code was a countdown last week from 8 days from now, and today's and if you look at the countdown now, it just says we're here. So
Yeah.
at some
So the
point,
countdown's
at some
run
point
out.
tonight, they're supposed to make an appearance, whether it's they or he. Who knows? It's all speculation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
At
Um,
this point, the only thing that they announced for the show ahead of time was the two Money in the Bank qualifying matches,
Mhm.
and then Carlito and Dragon Lee. So they haven't even
Announced a
mentioned
lot.
anything about a main event. Although, did you see Seth Rollins return at the beginning? So
I saw him and Damian Priest.
Yeah.
yeah, so they're wrestling for the title at Money in the Bank. That's
Yes.
been made official.
Okay, that's going to be a great match.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
also just said that Rollins comes back and there's no line. He just, yeah, I'm gonna go to the belt now.
Yep.
Like, yes, there's no
No lines, no waiting.
no lines, no waiting. Just hey, I'm gonna go for that
Him
belt
and-
now. All right, cool.
Him and Charlotte and Becky.
Well, in
Mine's no
fairness, he's the one that lost the championship, right?
he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he should get a rematch.
But there was a thing that was like forever ago where for a long time they got rid of the rematch clause. It was just you lost. That was it.
And you're done.
I don't know.
So they don't
I'm
really
not sure
talk
if they
about
brought
it much.
back, but for a long time there was just
Yeah.
rematch clause is done. It's over.
Yeah.
You lost.
I recall when I was a very small doctor that you were expected to defend the title every 30 days. Now, granted, at
Yes.
the time, the television that you were watching was taped in Bethlehem,
Right.
4 weeks to
Right.
8 weeks before it
Sure.
made air.
Right.
But I remember that was the case. It hasn't been brought up since probably well before the WWE name came into play. But that used to be the case.
Well, they still made it sound like that was still the rule until Brock Lesnar won the Universal Belt and then defended it 6 times, and they just didn't care about the rule. They're like, oh, he's the champion. Okay, cool. He can leave for 3 months and come back and
Yeah.
defend it. That's fine.
Well, there's something to be said about absence making the heart grow fonder.
That's also
Sure.
a fair point.
That's certainly true of Brock Lesnar.
Do you miss him now currently?
Oh, he's gone?
Well, I mean, he's been gone.
Well, we
for a
haven't seen
while.
him for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
they're-
There's look, I'm not trying to dismiss anybody other than you two and
Of
Anthony
course.
and Anthony in the truck.
well, Anthony.
There's
I don't like
there's 3 hours of Raw,
Right.
2 hours of Collision, 2
Yep.
hours of NXT, 2 hours of SmackDown,
There's just so much
Wrestling
now.
Open. What's the Friday night AEW show? Starts with Rampage.
Rampage, Dynamite,
You're at a dozen
TNA.
hours.
Ring of Honor, MLW. Like every week, it's just you're bombarded
What are
with
you-
so much.
20 hours of first run wrestling every
Yeah.
week without scarcely scratching
Right.
the independents.
Yeah.
There's no point in this world in being mad about the wrestling you're seeing, because what it
Right.
means is that you're not
Absolutely.
using your time wisely looking for what's good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree. Which brings me to a question. What are your thoughts on wrestling back then when it was just 2 promotions versus now when there's just so much wrestling you can watch nowadays?
It wasn't, honestly, it wasn't as good then.
Yeah.
I look, the characters that you latched onto as a wrestling fan when you were 13 will be better than any wrestling you've watched before or since. There's
Right.
really the psychological mechanisms at play.
Mm-hmm.
So setting that aside, the wrestling then was okay for the large part, but quite frankly, go back and try to watch some Attitude Era on
Oh, it's
on
rough
Peacock.
now to watch it back. It's
Try to
like,
watch
wow,
ECW
yeah, it's rough.
on and outside of, I think, really the let's call them the high end, the ECW, the thing that it had going for it is that it had a variety of art. If you wanted to see people just slugging each other, you had it. If you wanted to see big frightening suplexes, it had that. If you wanted to see Dean Malenko and Eddie Guerrero, it had that. So it was a little bit of something for everybody. Then versus now, I don't know. So when I was young, I had a really great, this will date me, a great UHF station.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was a UHF station that was showing first run, what was called International World Class, which I think was like a conglomerate of indies in the New England area. That was Monday, Thursday. Tuesday night, Eastern, later Extreme Championship Wrestling. Wednesday was not World Class. Look, there was plenty of wrestling then too. It's really what I'm trying to get at. USWA was on like Friday nights at 10 p.m. So there's 5 nights of wrestling without even touching WWE, WCW.
Right.
There was World Class was on ESPN at 4 p.m. weekdays. There's always something to find. Go to a Blockbuster Video and finally rent that weird copy of I Like to Hurt People, I think was like nobody ever rented. It was the one.
No joke. That's how Ralph would watch ECW because he would just him and his
tape trading
would just trade tapes.
Because we lived in Pennsylvania, but we didn't live in an area that got one of the stations that carried ECW. So whenever somebody would get like a VHS of ECW, we just pass it around to everybody.
Yeah, I mean that's how. Look, I think the internet's changed things, and that's not as intelligent as I am. That's not an impressive thing to say.
Right.
You used to have to know people, know what to ask for, what to look for, be willing to invite people into your social circle and trade videotapes. There was a market, the Matsuya, that I used to go to. Is literally the Matsu Mart. And I would go there. I learned to read katakana just so I could pick out the right Japanese wrestling tapes. And it was $2 for 3 days. Got to see, not really first run because there was a delay, but this is for people who wanted to watch Japanese programming.
Right.
I would go rent. I found the episode of New Japan when, Scott Hall joined Team 2000, or I got to see Tajiri's matches. And that's all look pretty much outside of what I just said. We're exclusively talking about the United States. There's plenty of global wrestling at the time. Somewhere I think one of the first tapes I bought was an all cruiserweight tournament from, let's say, 2002.
Cool.
I'll drop it in the chat when I can find it. Like Christopher Daniels, it was like full head of hair. Christopher Daniels was in it. To blue and white trunks era Yoshihiro Tajiri. It was incredible. And I think, I don't know, I'm nostalgic for that because that's what it was when I grew up. But talk to somebody who's younger and it's John Cena versus.
Oh, dude. The funniest part about doing our podcast is that
Rusev.
A whole bunch of our guests are just starting out, are very young. Like they're only 2-3 years in, maybe a year in. So when we ask them, where did you start for you? We'll hear like, I started with John Cena, or I started with Randy Orton, and we're like, oh.
They're like, they're talking about like, watching John Cena on SmackDown. And I'm like, when I was a kid, I was watching like Hulk Hogan on Saturday Night's Main Event. I'm like, oh, I feel so old. Oh, it's crazy.
And that's why you're a big fan of Animotion, right? Because that was the obsession. That was the old theme for Saturday Night's Main Event. It was perfect. Lyrically questionable for a wrestling show.
Right.
Sure. I miss those days. I miss the I miss all the I just miss wrestling at that time. It was such a different world to be a wrestling fan.
It really was.
I mean, I can remember, you know, my parents, even when I was young, my parents would let me stay up till, you know, midnight or whatever and watch Saturday night's main event. I can remember there was one specific Saturday night main event. It was Hogan and Macho in the cage, and as Hogan was coming down to the ring, Zeus stepped out of the crowd and like blocked the cage door. And right as Zeus stepped out, the cable went out. I literally ran around the house screaming at the top of my lungs. I was so mad that the cable went out, and it came back on just in time for the start of the match. But I was devastated,
freaking out.
Oh, so has a question for you all. Has the outcome of a match ever made you sincerely cry?
I don't know if I've ever cried for a wrestling match. I will say the only thing I would say is when Brock Lesnar beat Taker for the streak. For me, it felt like the world stopped. Like I didn't cry, but like as soon as it happened, I got bombarded with phone calls. Sean, is this real? Sean, what's going on? Because I was always like the wrestling nerd.
Real?
Well,
is it real?
Well, I was always the wrestling nerd that knew all this stuff. So they're like, Sean, what's happening? What's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. And like we were just all like dumbfounded. Like my brother Adam called me. He was like, "Hey, what just happened?" I'm like, I don't know. Because essentially the way it happened, like you watch them hit the 3, and they wait before they ring the bell. They let the pin happen, then the reaction, and then the ding ding ding. And so for a second you're like, wait, is this actually real? And then they hit the bell and you're like, oh wait, this is happening. This is real. Because for me, I watched that streak. I grew up on that. Yeah. So to see it end with someone who, personally, in my opinion, I don't think necessarily needed the streak win, was Brock Lesnar. I sort of understand it in a small way now, seeing where they brought Lesnar after that streak. But in terms of wrestlers, there could have been so many other wrestlers that were coming up that could have beaten him and actually gotten that push. Like I still think Bray Wyatt could have been the one to beat Taker and really become the new face of fear, as he was called. But instead, because he had already lost, Taker needed that win back in story mode. The
significance was sort of lost in the long-term storytelling.
I think so. I think they did have something for Brock for a while, but then it was like, okay, but you didn't necessarily. I personally don't think you necessarily needed that win against Taker.
Ralph, what about you?
So, I wouldn't say that I've cried, but there's 3 specific moments where I've become very emotional, and obviously, the Brock Lesnar Undertaker thing was one because I had a very close-knit group of friends. We got together. We'd watch wrestling all the time. We'd mostly watch a lot of NXT because at that time it was like on the network, and it was like the cool thing because like only the people that had the network could see it. And when the Taker Lesnar thing happened, I was watching with like 4 other guys, and there was just dead silence in the room. There was just shock. So that was kind of an emotional moment. I remember watching the pay-per-view when Owen Hart died. And what was interesting about that was that I was watching the pay-per-view by myself. None of my other friends were home. And I had a friend who is probably to this day still the biggest Owen Hart fan I've ever met in my entire life.
Right.
And I started calling people on the phone, and I couldn't get a hold of anybody, not even him. And I was just like, because to that point in your life, you've never experienced something like that,
right?
Where you literally, someone dies while you're watching this show. It's crazy. And then I also became very emotional when Stone Cold won his first title, because I was a huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. Following him, through everything, through the ECW days with, the bad Hulk Hogan, impressions and the whole 9 yards, and just following him through the Ringmaster and all these different things. And so for me, like I was very invested in the character. He made appointment television.
Right.
You know, you had to see what he was doing every week, and then just to get there, and you know, through all the adversity, through all the stuff with DX and with Mike Tyson and all these things, it's just it was a very emotional moment for me. And it was funny because I was in college at the time, and I had come home for the weekend because we didn't have pay-per-view in our dorm room. So I came home because I had pay-per-view at home, and I set the VCR to tape the pay-per-view, and I sat outside on the patio while I made my parents sit in the house and wait for the show to end and stop the tape, because I was then taking the tape back with me to college, and all my friends were going to come over and we were all going to watch it together because none of them had pay-per-view either. So I just remember, because it was the weirdest thing, because my parents were not into wrestling at all, and it was over and they came outside with the tape, and I was sitting there, and they kind of saw me looking a little nervous because I wasn't sure if Stone Cold was going to win.
Right.
And when I was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Just tell me it was a good ending."
Right.
And my mom kind of gives me this look, and she's like, "It was a good ending." And she hands me the tape.
All right. I will say a few things. Steven said Macho versus Warrior retirement match.
That's a good one. That's a good
one. He also said Drew needs someone to beat up, get some security. Henry said, if SummerSlam is going to be at the Brown Stadium, then why are they always showing the Indian Stadium?
Well, that would be the Guardians Stadium.
Oh, Drew McIntyre just quit.
Oh,
my wife just about had a heart attack because she said Drew McIntyre just quit.
Oh, I missed what he said.
Walked out.
He said I quit. Oh. Crazy. Wow.
He came out and he said, "Screw this company, I quit," and he walked out.
Crazy. But I will say, I just had like the most
tune into
vivid,
TNA this week.
Right.
Yeah.
I had the most vivid memory of a time I actually did, I think, cry. And it wasn't even for a match. It was for an outcome of a match, because this was me really young, and this was at the peak of my Kane fandom when he was teaming with X-Pac. It was one of my favorite freaking things of all time. I was so into it. When X-Pac turned on Kane, I think I blew a fit. I think I blew the biggest gasket. And I think I remember my mom saying, "Why are you yelling? Why are you crying?" I'm like, and I had to explain to her because of the show. And I know it's dumb, but it was because of the show. I'm like, because my guy didn't like. I was just so distraught.
Right.
I was like, why you gotta do it to my
yeah.
You know, I was always such a huge Kane fan. Kane was the reason they got me into wrestling. I specifically remember watching. It was the event where he debuted. And I'm just saying, what is this to my brother, and then just being in awe by Kane, like Kane, whoever that is. I like it. I'm hooked. Let's go. Mm-hmm. This is the start.
The Brothers of Destruction are the reason why I don't focus on what happens outside of wrestling or even within wrestling.
I mean, they're on my arm.
Yeah,
they're on my arm.
So here's there you go. That is a cool tattoo. That is.
Thank you.
That is really cool.
Very nice.
So there is an interesting connection now between Drew and TNA, because Drew has made mention before about how he believes in Joe Hendry. So there's this sort of connection between him and Joe Hendry.
WWE programming?
In interviews outside of programming, just talking about like different wrestlers.
They've also been doing this TNA WWE crossovers. They've been sort of using it in NXT.
And Joe Hendry on TNA just introduced his new manager, who is Ace Steel, who happens to be like best friends with CM Punk.
Yep.
So like it's crazy. So when I said watch TNA this week, there's reason to believe that Drew could show up. That would be incredible if Drew showed up on TNA. That would be great.
There has to be from a corporate strategy standpoint, a very deliberate, and I think it's fascinating, and it may only be so enjoyable because it's so anathema to the way WWE's existed for your whole life, my whole life, where they don't even mention there are no other entities.
Yep, it's just one.
Derisively, and you would say derisively, they're wrestling companies, and then there's sports entertainment, there's World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yep.
From like a market cap standpoint, WrestleMania is like top 5 global events that cities bid on in terms of the ancillary revenue it brings in. Super Bowl being number one. I think 2 through 4 are probably all Taylor Swift, and then right after that is WrestleMania. So it's up there.
Yeah.
It's up there, and financially, in terms of popularity, look, nobody comes close. I'm not here to say better wrestling, worse wrestling. Financially, market cap, recognition, there's no comparison to the corporate WWE. Yeah. But for them, they never said, there was the one time where Matt Hardy barely got the words Ring of Honor out of his mouth. He was feuding with Edge, and that felt like, my recollection of that moment was wrestling just got cracked wide open.
Right.
And it was very subtle, and they didn't really come back to that. Now with Jordan Grace, with Ethan Page, probably what's going on with Joe Hendry, Naomi as well.
Oh yeah.
There's so much interplay. I think it's the true forbidden door, and it's very much rooted in two elements of storytelling: less is more, and honest to goodness surprises.
Right.
They probably only have a shelf life on that for a little bit. So if they continue this, and in 6 months, Santino Marella shows up on Raw, you're like, okay, whatever. Like this is.
Oh no, not whatever. I'd be very excited to see that.
We'd be very excited for.
Oh yeah.
Be able to replace our rusty
Boba Fett versus Moose.
Okay, that would be a good.
That's been a lot of talk. It's a shame that this is all happening this week instead of last week, because then Drew could have gone and answered Jordan Grace's open challenge.
Yeah.
It's like a Diesel versus Bob Backlund championship match.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Ralph and I were talking about this just in general. I want to get your thoughts on it. What are your thoughts on intergender wrestling, and do you think it's possible it could eventually be a mainstream national TV show on national TV?
A moment ago I said, matches that made me cry, or I asked about matches that made you cry. I have two. One, when Brian Ace and I won the Campeonatos de Iranas. Full stop. Celebrating. Second was when Demolition, because Demolition was the tag team I love to see. Like, rented all the tapes, watched them.
Yes.
When they lost the titles to the Brainbusters, because it was unfathomable that they could be beaten.
Right.
In my, at the time, incredibly developed but a little insipid mind. Right. I wept. My friend Scott and I wept. We were furious, just throwing things around. Yeah. Could not be consoled. Inconsolable.
Right.
So setting that as the standard, a match that sticks out in my mind. So Demolition for a very tiny doctor, for a less tiny doctor, Scott Hall, Razor Ramon in particular. I remember seeing the Diamond Stud and thinking, this guy, I don't know why he's pulling his pants off. I don't know why he has a toothpick, but yo, look, this guy looks cool. He's got that baritone voice. He speaks in just strong, deep, enunciated syllables.
Right.
I knew he was going to be somebody cool. So Razor Ramon, I thought Razor Ramon was the absolute coolest. When he got pinned by X-Pac, 1, 2, 3 Kid.
Yep.
I was beside myself.
Right.
1993, 1994. And why was I beside myself? Because Scott Hall's, as he liked to call himself, the medium-sized man next to Kevin Nash. He's the medium-sized man. He's 6'7", 287 pounds. I'm not sure if my memory is to a T, but it probably is, because I watched a lot of Razor Ramon. 6'7", 287. 1, 2, 3 Kid, 200 pounds probably. Now, granted, if you've been around X-Pac, he's an enormous human being, because the scale of small to large in WWE is like the scale of small to large if you go get a beverage at a Burger King.
Right.
You're starting enormous, and you're just going up from there.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, right.
But Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, losing to X-Pac got people upset. And it didn't get people upset because people weren't watching it saying this suspends my this eliminates my suspension of disbelief. This takes me out of the art and makes me realize that it's not what it portrays to be.
Right.
People weren't saying that. And if you eliminate all of the other potential variables, I think what is left by proxy of implication is that gender is that factor. So when it comes to intergender wrestling, if you subscribe to this notion that big people must always defeat small people, you're erasing not just a significant portion of wrestling history in terms of matches. Big Show, Rey Mysterio, Mayweather, and Big Show. And Mayweather's not a boxer, but
but still, yeah.
You're eliminating a decent percentage, not just of wrestling matches, period. A significant part of storytelling within matches, the David and Goliath kind of storytelling, but also a significant part of wrestling history. You're eliminating Daniel Bryan and Sheamus and Triple H and the Yes Movement.
Right.
If you want to reduce intergender wrestling to the core variables that most people who are against it wouldn't want to actually honestly confront, that's what you're arguing against. So could it become, I realize I'm not answering your question. And that's, on one hand, I'm a little bit above it. On the other, it's a really complex ask.
No, your answer's, I appreciate your answer, honestly.
Could it become mainstream? I will say not in this current cultural climate. Should it? Absolutely.
No,
Could
I
it in
love intergender,
30, 40, 50 years? Yeah.
It's one of the many reasons I go to indie shows, because I love that dynamic of it. It makes everything equal, as it should be in my eyes. It doesn't have to be women versus women. Me and Ralph just went to an LVAC show, and they had an intergender match, and it was an intergender interspecies match because Murloc was in the match. So, but it was a fantastic match. It was such a good match. I love that whole dynamic of because I always hated the notion of where when it was a mixed tag match, the woman had to tag out to the woman, men had to have the men. They couldn't just face off if there was a tag. They would always tease one little thing, but it would never be a full match. You had to tag out as soon as someone got in the ring.
It was a preposterous match structure, because if you're in that match, you're competing in that match,
right?
And I'm getting beat up, I want to tag out. If I'm beating the other person up, I don't want to tag out.
Right.
So the only circumstance of tagging out that fits that kind of match logically is a defensive one.
Right.
And yet you would see the matches play out, beat somebody up, and then tag their partner in. Why in the hell would you do that?
Right.
It's illogical. I think your case of Murloc is an interesting point. We allow things to exist in the world of wrestling that if we saw them in the street, in the public park, in the public square. Now, granted, I'm based in Philadelphia these days, so that's worth pointing out that we have our own city.
Right.
But look, if we accept that Murloc is an underwater sea creature, absolutely 100% is, or 100%. That the Undertaker is deceased, or that Kane was burned as a child, or whatever with Katie Vick. If we allow these things to enter our consciousness and become part of the canon, really we've kind of set ourselves up that there's nothing that is off limits and there's nothing outside of disbelief.
Right.
And I say that, please don't misinterpret what I'm saying and say there's nothing logically that shouldn't happen in a wrestling match, because I actually am very strongly opinionated about what should and shouldn't be in a wrestling match. It's not for this podcast. But from what I will say is that the identity, the visibility, the persona of a performer is not something that I think has any kind of limits on it whatsoever.
Right.
So, Bully Ray from the Dudley Boys tells this story, and I think it kind of, I know, but he tells this story and kind of encompasses, but I think it encompasses kind of what we're talking about here. So he tells this story about how the Dudley Boys were tag team champions, and Vince tells them, you're going to drop the belts to Paul London and Billy Kidman. And he's like, why are we going to drop the belts to these to these guys. It's not believable. They're tiny.
Mhm.
There's no one that's going to believe that they're going to come in the ring and that they're going to beat us.
Mhm.
He said, why are we doing this? And Vince said to him, because on any given Sunday, anybody can beat anybody. And I think that translates very well into the idea of intergender wrestling, where, whether it's man versus man, man versus woman, woman versus woman, there's this idea that really on any given Sunday, at any given show, in any given match, someone can beat someone else. And I think that's part of what makes wrestling special, is that you have that idea that I'm going to see a show and I can see a 7-foot monster, but this 5'2" person over here could go in the ring and conceivably beat them. And the fact that we suspend our disbelief to believe those types of things, I think it makes wrestling special.
Gonna mildly disagree. I hear what you're saying in terms of it making wrestling special, but I think more frankly than that, in my view, it looks like a fight. Small people knock out big people all the time.
Yeah.
If you've seen a real fight, size comes into the equation, but it's not the be all end all.
Right.
It's a probabilistic indicator, but it's by no means a guarantee. If it was a guarantee, there wouldn't be so many multi-billions of dollars being bet on DraftKings every time there's a fight.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, you go back to the early days of the UFC, you look at a guy like Royce Gracie. He ran across the ring and in one punch knocked out like a 400-pound dude.
Yeah.
Like in one punch,
Yep.
the match was over. Yeah.
Think of the names of the toughest wrestlers that you've heard of. Haku, huge man. Nunzio, not a big person at all.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Would you mess with him? Would you mess with Nunzio?
No.
Probably not.
No. Probably
absolutely
not.
No.
There's some old Japanese, I want to say UWFI footage of him.
Right.
Even Victor Zangief, of whom the Street Fighter fame.
Yeah.
He's not a very large person. But again, I think your expectations are set by doing so many tornado pile drivers.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, size doesn't mean anything to me.
See, my favorite character is a small guy. My favorite character was always Dalsim. I loved Dalsim. I loved his moveset. I loved how he wrestled or how he fought. I loved how every move he had to make the words like "Yoga Flame," like everything was an action, and I loved that about his character.
I respect
Vega,
that you're
Vega was always my go-to.
Sagat.
Oh, he was good too.
Right.
I like the knee. So, Braun Breaker is tan. I realize spoilers.
Yeah, he's very tan.
Wow,
he is tan, man.
Braun Breaker is Rex Lawless tan.
He is. He's definitely Rex Lawless tan.
He looks like a 7-Eleven roller dog. I mean, it's the contrast with next to Sheamus.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Right. Sheamus is just a pasty white guy.
Yeah. That is, you know what that is? If you stick Sheamus at one end of the ring and Braun Breaker at the other, that's like the levels of how you can cook pork. Underdone to overdone.
Right.
So who's right in the center? Who's 165?
Okay.
Right, because we're HACCP compliant at the LLC.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh boy.
Chambers has heard some crazy stories about Haku. Holy cow! Yes, I'm sure that they are all true. He sold cars. That's a crazy story.
Right.
Yeah.
Did not. So Braun Breaker's tights say "meaner than evil."
Yes.
Is that his phrase? Like if you go to the shop zone and buy a shirt?
I don't know because he has a couple different phrases.
Figuring him out. Yeah, he's. I'm just waiting for the Braun version of Steiner Math. That's all I'm waiting for. If they do a version of Steiner Math with Braun Breaker, I will die happy.
I would love him to be more of. I'm going to say a contradictory thing. I would like him to be more of his own person.
No, I would,
but I liked.
I don't.
Yeah,
but I just think like, yes, MJF did it in AEW where he pretty much did Steiner math, but he got it, but he just made it with him and Adam Cole. It was cool, it was funny, but I would just want to see something where it's like a little throwback nod to his family because up to this point they have been treating him like like his own person. They've barely, if at all, mentioned Rick or Scott in relation to Braun Breaker. He is his own person. He is just Braun Breaker. Like,
his body language is Rick. It's
Yeah.
a little it's Rick. I guess it's a little Road Warrior Hawk too, with like this
Right.
this kind of posture. I did like when he wore the 1990s neon contrast.
I loved that. I loved
singlets.
that outfit. Yeah, I agree.
He's got the Norton cut. He has the neon, but now he's meaner than evil. I don't know that tells me anything quality. And I say that as somebody who I love what he does.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
See, Henry said Haku used to wrestle under the name of Tamatonga. Is that true? Oh, before his son took the name. Got it. Okay. I didn't know that. Steven says, imagine Sheamus with a tan.
Oh, jeez.
It's like a jacked James Hetfield.
That's a good one.
But
Yeah. Jeez. The unbelievable just difference between their skin tones right now is just it's so distracting. Like I can't even.
Well, I'm Irish too, so if Sheamus is anything like a normal Irishman, there's two modes. There's white or lobster.
right.
No. There's no in between. There's either white or lobster, and that's it.
And you see that when he gets smacked in the chest.
Right. Yeah.
You notice
he
that,
just
right?
becomes a beat red, and that's it. I can't.
Yeah.
I tried. I either get white or lobster. There is no in between.
the in between are the residual freckles.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It's a micro tan.
Yeah. It's a very small tan.
Sheamus is one of those people. You know, if you were to ask me, name your five favorite Sheamus matches, I probably couldn't name a one.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't use that as a pejorative against him, because I'd say, on the other hand, is pick a Sheamus match and you're going to enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
because he's just a steadfast, consistent performer. What, 15 plus years now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's been a long time now, for sure.
Astonishing body of work. Sheamus looked like
Even
Beaker.
says no, Ralph doesn't think so, but Sheamus looks like Beaker from the Muppets.
That was in the guest host era. They did that. There was the sketch, right?
I think so, actually. I think there was an actual sketch.
I believe there was, yeah. Because I mean, how
yeah,
could you not?
Where they did a whole Beaker and Sheamus thing. I think you're absolutely right.
Jeez.
I think you're absolutely right. That was a weird time. The whole guest host thing. That was a weird.
There was
that was a weird time.
Bob Barker.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, with Chris Jericho, that was just genius stuff.
Florence Henderson.
Mm-hmm. Hugh
And
Jackman.
that's it. I'm done. I can't remember any other guest hosts.
Steve-O
was probably.
Steve-O was one.
Jeremy Piven.
Mickey Rourke.
He jumped off the top rope.
Mickey Rourke, I think, was one.
Oh, Mickey Rourke was probably one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Piven, I think I watched probably in hopes that John Cusack would show up. But this was like I'd covered, I'd gotten thin and kind of hunky. Entourage. I have hair on my head again.
Right.
Jeremy Piven, not I'm the Rob Schneider to your Adam Sandler.
Right.
Jeremy Piven.
Touche.
Pee Wee Herman. Oh, that was good because they did the dance. They danced to Tequila by the Champs.
That was probably, I don't know about different versions of, but we always say this, that our favorite, at least my favorite version of Big Show was when for a while he would just come out as different wrestlers, and he would come out as different parodies of wrestlers for a good year or so. He would come out as Hogan. He would come out as
I lost my mind when he came out as the showster. I don't.
So
I
good, so good, so good.
That was so funny.
Drew Carey, yeah, he was one of them.
Famous Royal Rumble competitor.
Yes.
2002.
I think it was 2001.
Okay.
2001, because that was just when Kane started to change the alternate look, black and red, and the singlet, not the full outfit.
Wow, you're a Kane historian.
Yeah, yeah.
He is. Yeah.
I think they just released an action figure with his legendary cape that never made it on air.
I want it so bad. Bad. The cape that he never wore, he only wore on a house show, I think, one time.
Yeah, if you can Google it, and there's a couple photos.
Yeah, he never wore it on TV. He wore it at a few house shows, like twice, and then that was it. So
I'm past my bedtime because I have to get up early and go to the gym. But I need to ask this now that you've piqued my memory. You've reminded me. When The Undertaker debuted in 1991, before it was edited, he debuted as Kane the Undertaker.
He did.
Yes.
It was Cain.
Yeah, it
Kane
was
the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Are you confident in that was the spelling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I am.
I've Berenstein Bared, if that statement makes sense. I've Berenstein Bared that memory where I remember he debuted as Kane the Undertaker, and he was Kane the Undertaker on Superstars for maybe 2 weeks afterwards, and then they just dropped it.
They just dropped it. Yeah.
Made no mention of it again. And I don't know if I remember renting that particular Coliseum video from either Blockbuster or Video Village. We had options where I grew up.
Yes.
But I don't remember going back and thinking that they might have edited that, because you'd heard it for 2 weeks 9 months ago, so it was just out of mind. A little bit like Brutus Beefcake doing the run-in guy, where he wore the red and chainmail. All those puzzling things.
Yeah. Before you leave, one more mystery has been solved.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Yes, here we go. Yes, Karrion Kross.
There it is.
That makes sense.
Karrion Kross.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Undercooked, cooked, overcooked.
Yep, there you go. Degrees of pork doneness.
That'll be a graphic we use every time Braun Breaker comes out.
Yes,
and Sheamus too.
That is also true. Kane was the Unabomber in Smoky Mountain Wrestling before he went.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
I remember that. He made his own mask. He did his own mask for that.
Like a Lord Humongous.
Yeah. I think I remember he said that was a mask he made for that character, because they just said, "You're this guy. We need to do something." And he was like, "All right," and he got this outfit and this mask, and that was the Unabomber.
So I do need to leave, and I leave our assets in good hands with you all for the remainder of the show. I'll join in next week, I hope, if I have the time to do so. Smoky Mountain Wrestling will pull me down a rabbit hole. I watched some of that run.
Nice.
And I try to reconcile the fact that some of my favorite albums from the 1990s were produced by the person who was the money behind Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Rick Rubin funded.
Okay, yeah.
Rick Rubin's money kept Smoky Mountain Wrestling going. And it is some of the most atrocious. It does not age well in terms of quality of the match, in terms of cultural sensitivities, in terms of the construction. I think the thing that sticks out in my mind is, I think if you go watch the first episode on Peacock, there's a ladder match for a contract between Bobby Blaze, and it doesn't even matter who the other person is. Bobby Blaze is, this Kentucky hayseed heartthrob. But the ladder match, they string up the contract, and it's like some 2x8s and to the posts. They run some rope from one end to the other, and then have like a paper clip holding it. Three bumps into the match, and the contract just.
That's amazing.
That's amazing.
I want to go watch that immediately.
I gotta watch
That's
that
great.
after this for sure.
So look, I'm not ready to implement a whole host of changes yet, but if we do a Smoky Mountain watch along, that might be something we take to the board of directors.
Oh, I would
We
be
have-
so down
we
for
have
that.
we have discussed various watch-alongs of other crazy wrestling products, and
Yes,
so I think that
could
would be a lot of
fun.
fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So down.
Vote for Smoky Mountain, Argentina's Titanes en el Ring,
Okay.
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 featuring my favorite person of all time, the man with the bar of ice. He's just a middle-aged. He's a middle-aged man. He walks
Yeah.
around with a bar of ice, and that's it. Oh, the New Jack promo. Yes.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh,
That's definitely how you get the crowd against you in Tennessee.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly how. 100%.
All right. That's awesome. I love it.
All right. With that in mind, gentlemen, I'll leave you to it.
Okay.
Keep it
Thank
in
you,
good
sir.
hands,
Yes. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thanks for your time this evening.
or else.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
That was
Dr. Ethan
Dr.
Wild.
Ethan Wild making his first appearance on Wild LLC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good to
geez.
see. Good to see. Good to
Ludwig
see
Kaiser
Dr.
assaulting
Yes.
Sheamus on our screen.
Good to see our once and current boss,
Yeah.
Dr. Ethan Wild, joining us on the show this evening.
You,
I will say this: for a man who espouses many financial platitudes about himself, I will say the amount of wrestling knowledge in his head, he is
it's fascinating.
dare I say, and I say this in the best possible way, I say this with no disrespect whatsoever,
Absolutely not.
he has like a Jim Cornette encyclopedic mind of wrestling. And
Steven even said it, Jim Cornette booking.
And I appreciate that about him, his knowledge of professional wrestling.
Wealth of knowledge is
it was
amazing.
a fun time talking to him, and had he not shown up, we never would have had the degrees of pork doneness.
Yeah, the degrees of pork doneness. This is amazing.
Yeah. See, that's what I do. I do amazing
the degrees
things.
of pork doneness.
Yes. And so Sonia looks like she'll be
God.
coming near the computer screen soon, so I need to show her the degrees of pork
The
doneness.
degrees of pork doneness.
No, you really need to see it.
You really
Hang on,
do.
because
You really do.
our audience will love to see it again. It is the degrees of pork doneness. Sheamus undercooked, Karrion Kross cooked, Braun Breaker overcooked. I thought you would enjoy that, Sonia.
Oh,
Hey, we're out. There we are.
Yeah, we're back.
And we're back.
And
All right.
Braun's getting booted.
Yes. I am gonna go grab a quick drink, and I shall return.
Sounds good. Bring it back to the Parma Show. Bow, 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 bow. I love doing that. It's just dumb fun. It's good times. It's good times. We are on hour number 3, people. Still no sign of the Wyatt Six. I'm getting antsy. I know it's probably going to be the main event. It's probably going to be the very end. It's just the anticipation is killing me. It's killing me. Live is torture. Am I the only person that doesn't care about this storyline? Is it just me? Because I honestly, I just don't really care. I'm not interested. I'm not. Thank you, C. Henry. It's not just me. Thank you. It's not just me. I'm just not into it. It just seems cringy. Like Steven said, I agree with that as well. Just not into it. Not into it. Like I don't I don't see where they're trying to go with it. I don't see where it's gonna go unless Dom turns on Rhea, which probably isn't gonna. I don't know. I just don't. I'm not. It's there. It exists. Not really into it. Not the biggest fan of the Dom Liv situation. Needs to end and go somewhere soon, or I'm just throwing it away. I don't know. I just did ADHD. Just had fingers. Hurry up, Rhea, come back. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know. It's just a lot going on for nothing. Unless there better be a huge payoff for whatever this is. Like I don't see where the payoff is going for the Liv Dominic on a pole match. Yes, Steven. Yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Or the whole shark cage thing. He can be raised in the cage above the ring. I'd be down with that too. Something where Dominic is at stake. Dominic needs to be on the line. Needs to be for rights to Dominic. Rhea versus Liv. That's what should happen. At least there's a reason to have Dom be involved. There's a proper excuse. What are we guys thinking so far? Coming up closer to the end. Raw has been another. I hate to say slogfest, but 3 hours is just. It's so long for a TV show. 3 hours. I really hope and pray that when they move to Netflix in January, they give the thought of a 2 hour show, not 3, 2. I know they won't, but a man can dream. A man can dream.
So, I love how Damian Priest has become like Dateline Dom's like like
Babysitter,
surrogate dad. He comes in, he's like, grab your stuff and go to the clubhouse.
Yeah, go to the clubhouse.
If you don't stop it, I'm turning this car around.
Right, exactly what it sounds like.
Yes. Oh man,
that's too funny. What are your thoughts on that? I don't know if you heard anything I said, but
I didn't. What you were talking about? What?
I was talking about the fact that I was asking the audience what they think about the show so far because we are in hour 3.
Yes.
But I also said, not that I want to call it a slogfest, but it's just really hard to pay attention to a 3-hour TV show. And I really, truly think that if they're going to go to Netflix in January, I know that they won't, but I would be so down for a 2-hour Raw on Netflix.
All right. So I watch a lot of TV shows, and the majority of the television shows that we watch, my wife and I, we watch 1-hour television shows.
Yeah.
Because you have a self-contained and focused storyline within a 1-hour television show that continues to support the overall vision of a television series. Right. And so I do want to see them go to 2 hours when they go to Netflix, but I would like to see them do something to the effect of where, if you remember back in the day when it was Raw is War and then the War Zone.
I loved that. There was a
definitive
two
split.
Separate shows. Yeah.
Yes. They were 1 hour. They were 1 hour shows, but they were yes. And I also agree. Hello, nice to see you again. Thanks for joining us this evening. And I do want to see 2 hours, no commercials, because I'm okay with
show.
If they do so. Like when you watch a PLE on Peacock, you have people that have the premium version and people that don't, and the premium version shows like recap videos or promos. Yeah. If they did stuff like that as their commercial breaks, I'd be fine with it. I think it would be perfect. I think it would.
Yeah.
It would be great. I would love it. Yeah. So I'm definitely thinking that I don't see. I guess it all depends because now. So think about like WWE, the structure of the television show is all based on advertiser ratings
Right.
and
Mhm.
segment breakdowns and things like that. So
Mhm.
the money on the Netflix side of things is going to be completely different,
Right.
based on all of that now. So we could, I mean, we could see something where, WWE wants to expand their programming yet
Mhm.
limit their time. They could go to a 2-hour show and do more in a 2-hour show than they do in a
Right.
3-hour show now,
Yeah.
because of the way that all of that is built in.
Mhm.
So I mean, there's a lot of things that could be done. I think we're breaking new ground here. I think we're going to see I think we're going to see Raw like we've never seen it before. I think
Right.
that the Netflix thing for them is a huge deal. I think that it's a huge deal in terms of being revolutionary in how they present their product. And I think
Mhm.
they see it that way. At least I hope they see it that way. And
Jesus.
I also agree here,
Yeah.
because at the
Yeah.
end here it says the title does not really
So
suit with Liv Morgan,
yeah, I
and
can
I
agree with
think,
that. Yeah.
but I think that's why we didn't see a title defense at Clash at the Castle.
Right.
I think that's why we're not even talking about who her next opponent's going to be. We're talking
Yeah.
about her and Dom.
Yeah.
Like, we're not
That's
even
what I was saying
worried
earlier. I
about.
was saying like I hope there's a huge payoff in this because right now they're just wasting
We're
the
not,
women's title on this
we're not
terrible,
even.
not interested Dom. I'm not interested in the whole Dom and Liv thing. I'm not.
We're not even. I mean, we're legitimately not even talking about like her defending the title at Money in the Bank. Nobody even cares if she's gonna defend the title.
Right. Yeah.
Um, this I think is going to be true.
Yeah. I think that's
NXT
definitely
is
gonna be
going to
true.
be.
Remember what show on CW? Yeah.
Yeah,
That that I can see.
I'm
Well, who really
excited.
watches that show anymore? Let's be honest. The CW was not
No, there's nothing.
like a really watch.
Oh, Braun Strowman,
Oh
Chad
man! All
Gable,
right.
and
Big
Bronson
Bronson
Reed
Reed. Wow.
in a triple threat
Next
qualifying
week.
match.
All right. That's gonna be a crazy match. And then Shayna versus Valkyria and Kairi Sane next Monday as
Because
well.
those are, and that's good though, because those are all three legitimate women I could see getting in the match
Yeah.
based on what's been happening with them recently. It's
Right.
almost like it's a.
Oh,
I'd love to see Kairi Sane win that match because I'd love to see
it's
like
heat
a
time.
reawakening of Kairi Sane. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I almost forgot.
You're welcome.
I'm just I'm so sick of Jey Uso. Like, I read this article online today about somebody talking about how like they're trying to almost shove him down our throat as like being a main event player, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm I mean, he's got the charisma, he's got the excitement, but that's no different than when he was in the Usos with Jimmy. Like, I don't see the amount of excitement that he has right now for Yeet is the same exact amount of excitement they had for the Uso Penitentiary when they were good guys.
Right.
Like, I don't see it.
I don't know. I would tend to disagree. I think I can see him being a main event, and I do. I mean, he has the crowd behind him. He has
Yeah, but
everyone behind him.
So does LA Knight, and he's not a main event player.
I mean, he was in the main event multiple times.
So
So I would
that
consider
doesn't make
a
him
main event player.
that doesn't make him a main event player. A main event player is someone who consistently stays in the main event picture all the time, no matter what they're doing. Like Randy Orton's a main event player. Kevin Owens is a main event player because you see those guys and they can step in and out of the main event at any time. Jey Uso is now down a peg. Like he's not he's not even around the hottest storylines in the company right now. He's being put in Money in the Bank. And yes, Money in the Bank.
If you said like he wins, that's huge for him. He has the briefcase. He can go for a title.
Yeah,
Any
but
night
I
when he
don't think
wants.
but that's still not being in the main event picture. That's like saying, you know, you can go for a title shot, whenever you want, but we don't really think that you could actually win the title, so we're going to give you this prop toy that almost guarantees you'll win the title, even though we don't really see you as a champion, or else we would have had you win the title already.
Or it just wasn't his time yet.
I don't think there is a time for him.
I think there is. I think
I think if
Once
they
all
give
this
him,
other crap's out of the way.
I think if they give him the world title, it will probably fall flatter than Dolph Ziggler's title run, which fell flat because they had no interest in pushing him.
Who?
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh,
I think Jey Uso, if he gets a title run, it'll fall flatter than Dolph Ziggler's.
well, Dolph barely had a run because he got concussed.
Yeah, but they never had any interest in pushing him anyway, so it didn't really matter. Which is why Dolph Ziggler's no longer with WWE, because he made the choice to leave.
Right. I'm still a Becky fan. I think the storyline's boring. Yeah. I think unfortunately a lot of their major players are out or left or done, and it's showing more on the Raw side that they don't have any players for Liv or even have plans to have players for Liv, and it's showing. It's showing.
Yeah, and it's not even that they don't have like. It's not even that they don't
players,
have.
but they haven't built a major player to face Liv
No,
yet. They haven't even started to build yet. Like
no, but the thing is,
Dom
like
stuff.
They don't have major players for Liv because if you look at the situation, you could literally take Liv out of WWE right now and nothing would change. Mm-hmm. All the women would be in the same spot they're in. You'd still be interested in the same women you're interested in. Like Liv could just leave tomorrow, and with the exception of like, oh, we don't see her flirting with Dom every week, nobody's gonna really be that concerned about it. And that's sad, but that's, you know, some people just have it and some people don't. I think this is exactly why, you know, the last time with Liv, it didn't work.
Well,
and I think that's why we're not seeing title defenses now, because we know that there's not enough there.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, I hope they have a plan for her soon, because I'm already over the Dom thing. That needs to end as of yesterday. As of weeks ago.
Liv needs to go away and become a big star and come back. Liv could go to TNA and have a decent run in TNA and come back as an established star.
Right.
And then, you know, because again, why did, you know.
What's up, Raz?
Hey, Raz.
The problem in building legitimate contenders. I agree with that statement. What's up, Raz?
They have a problem.
And by the way, speaking of which, surprise, Raz, we have a returning member of the BFC, recently back from surgery that has made him so much happier and pain-free. He is Adam the Guy.
Buddy, what's going on, pal? Hey.
Welcome back.
Whoa.
How are we?
What's up?
Oh, man. Wow. It's been a while. Things look a little different. Oh, there was a different screen before I was confused about, but like,
yeah.
But no, this happened while you were away. I don't know if you know. We got absorbed by Wild LLC.
We're now we've been bought out
under the tutelage of Sir Dr. Ethan Wild and his band of brethren.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Raz,
what's up?
Raz with the excitement, baby. Yeah.
Oh man,
Adam's in the house.
Woo-hoo.
Glad we're not monetized yet, because you know we wouldn't be there. No,
I'm
kidding. No, appreciate it. How goes chat? Welcome back in a weird way. Things are a lot better. We will leave the back of my neck for an off-camera thing.
Yeah,
but no,
you look and sound a heck of a lot better, to be honest. Like you look
really, because I still sound weird to me. I
don't know.
It's not like I sound different, you know. But like,
no,
there's certain.
You sound like you're not in pain. You sound like you're not
happy. You sound much more at peace than you did before.
Yeah, I can.
Amen to that, Raz.
There you go.
Yeah, big surprise.
Yeah, I'm a lot better.
Good,
I can eat, I can drink, I can talk, I can laugh. You know, I can do all the things that you know a throat needs to do.
Right.
Of course, PG. Keep it PG.
Yeah,
of course.
But I just not in pain anymore, which is good. Yes. Like I can enjoy my tea, and not because I have to drink a hot drink, but like I can also like have some cold water again, which is an oddly weird thing to be like, oh, I can do that now.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good for you.
But But yeah, we're doing really well. Recovery's going really well. And yes.
Yeah. Always good.
It's always good. Modern medicine.
Yes.
Medicine.
The world
You
of
know,
modern
like
medicine. Yeah, says good to see that you're recovering, my dude. We were all worried about you. Jake says,
I appreciate it, guys.
Jake says, "What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up?"
See, what he's actually not telling you is that he didn't really go have surgery. He joined the Judgment Day. Look at his room; it's purple.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He's
That's
a
exactly
secret
what it
member
is.
of the
Yeah,
Judgment
yeah,
Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is my gimmick. Like
Right.
Sean knows,
Right.
every time I do a new creative character every year,
It's purple.
it's literally the same thing. Everything's
great.
got to be purple and black, and got to
Yeah.
be Undertaker, but not. And I'll go with bisexual Undertaker. What's up? Yeah, man.
He did have surgery. It's just not PG to talk about.
Yeah, well,
Well,
there's people who want to see those things. There may be people who don't want to see those things.
right.
It's not for
Right.
everybody.
We're not.
We can
We're
talk
not-
about
we're-
details. But I'm not trying to upset nobody.
Right.
I'm just happy to be doing well.
Exactly.
He had beard plugs put in.
This is all fake. It's not real.
Right. It's not real.
Yeah.
Not real.
It's not real.
It's much easier to deal with.
So, because I'm allowed to eat again,
What you eating?
I will answer the question. Because I'm
Okay.
allowed to eat again,
Mhm.
I definitely had a week of it was like hospital food, and
Yes.
then people bringing me snacks.
Yes.
So, like the first half was like the healthy-ish hospital food it could be, but like actually still pretty good considering I wasn't able to really eat much for 4 months.
Right.
So I was just like, this is all 4-star dining. It was not, but like to me it was.
Yeah.
But like happy to have a turkey dinner.
Right.
Sure.
So oddly enough,
Actual
I'm
food.
eating just sliced turkey because like kind of went hard for like 3 days and had like a couple burritos and some tacos and made it. I did some healthy dinners, don't get me wrong, but like I made a tuna steak and like
Right.
eating food.
Right.
So not just eating soup, even though oddly enough we had soup dumplings for dinner tonight.
There you go.
So
love Asian food.
The rumor around the water cooler is that during your time in ailment, you became very svelte, and you were concerned that you may lose some of that svelteness as you returned back to eating.
So
in one shot.
So the idea was, okay, now don't trust me, guys. This is not like
hospital food good. First thing.
okay. So I'm not saying I was at like the top of the line hospital, but like it is
He
technically.
was at a
resort.
swanky. It was a nice hospital. It was a nice.
I mean, it was
hospital.
good enough. Like
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know
good.
what a nice hospital is because this is the first hospital I've ever been in for
Right.
anything.
Gotcha.
I don't think I'm the healthiest person in the world,
Mhm.
but I don't think I'm the most unhealthy person in the world. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
Usually take good care of myself. This was kind of a genetic fuck up. Sorry
Right.
for the
No, you're
F-bomb.
good. You're good.
This is my body going, oops, sucks to suck. However,
Right.
we had good people, and I live in the city of Philadelphia,
Mhm.
and we have some of the best hospitals, but more importantly, best neurological doctors ever.
Mhm.
It rates if you
didn't die.
yeah, no, we're,
This is Pennsylvania. That's true.
Right.
So I have the surgeon who did the stuff on my neck and my it's nerves in the back of my head. So it's not
Right.
essentially my brain, but it's the same way of getting there. They had to go like through my skull and
Mhm.
tweezer, mechanical hand stuff. Yeah, he's literally like renowned, and he's in my backyard. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this is a guy that people travel like hours or out of state for to come get work done.
Mm-hmm.
And I live 20 minutes away from where he does the work.
Yep.
So, long history, exacerbations. We
Yep.
got there. And some people in my position are not lucky enough to even qualify for surgery.
Mm-hmm.
this guy was like, no, we can get
Next
you
strong.
in. You know what I mean? Not yet, but we're gonna be there.
Gonna be there soon.
I need a couple weeks to not do things, and then but you know, we'll get there. I'm gonna be the new like no neck.
Right,
Not at all.
the new no neck.
we need to sell neck strong bracelets.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But
they could have like a tiny beard hanging off the bracelet.
Okay, if it's got a beard on it, I want like at least 10%. But no, yeah. Great team around me, great support system. Sean was there the day of surgery. Sorry, I threw an entire fucking slice of turkey in my mouth and was like, "Oh right, I have to chew and swallow." I'm talking to people. I'm not at home or anything.
Mid-sentence, just throw turkey in.
Just throw turkey in.
Guys, I don't care. I'm happy to eat again.
No, that's the most important part.
The tits are out. You know what I'm saying?
The most important part is that you're happy, you're healthy, and that's all that really truly
matters.
That's
right. Exactly.
So yeah, no, dude, guys, we are everybody, all peoples. We're doing really, really well. It was funny because literally like an hour out of surgery, I'm like, my partner, I was like, open that tub. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, ice chips. Now, mind you, I've not been able to eat anything that's not like melt your face off hot in 4 months.
Yeah.
Like I carry a half gallon of hot water with me everywhere I go. I drink hot tea.
Right.
And the tea is plain. There's no honey in it. There's no lemon. There's just water. Yeah, exactly. 100% Raz. So literally the first week out, like first hour, ice chips. And like, she was like, what do you mean ice chips? I was like, ice chips. Cause like they had a tube down my throat for an hour and a half. I was like, ice chips. I'm fine. I'm whispering, but like ice chips. Cause like, that's a big deal. Right. So by the end of the day, they were like, yo, what do you want for dessert? And I was like, ice cream? We have to try it. Right. You know? Sure. So no, man, life is oddly good on the other side. And I enjoyed it for like, I got home on a Wednesday. By the end of the night, Friday night, I was like, all right, we got to put a pause on the right. You gotta take a break. Saturday morning, I weighed myself, and I was I had gained 12 pounds over the week. Oh shit! Now, understand, I did not do anything. I was in bed from the Tuesday prior till Wednesday after. I was there a lot longer than we expected, but that's not because of the surgery. That's because of other medical bullshit. Either way, no, absolutely not. I refuse. That if I do that, I'm dead. Have you seen Randy Santel? I watch him. I'm concerned for his life, but he's healthier than I am. The man rides and he cycles like 10 miles a day, and I'm like, how? I'm happy that I just started walking 3 miles for the past couple of nights because like that's all I can do right now. I'm not allowed to do anything more than like 10-15 pounds. I can't lift anything. So like we went and did laundry. I was there for moral support, went to the laundromat, can't carry the laundry, but I'll push it in the cart. So right. It's just too funny right now. This week's weird. So, but I've been like trying to help out around the house. I've been cooking dinner, doing the fun things and enjoying the things that like I've missed.
Absolutely.
So, but no, doing good right now. I'm literally eating sliced deli turkey because it's healthier than me eating cookies all night. And
that's true.
And I also have this weird. It's not weird. I think it's really good. It's like I don't know. It's got it at the Asian market. It's a little wafer puff thingy.
Nice.
Slightly sugared. It's dainty. That's it. And some sleepy time vanilla tea.
Yay.
Chilling. Got honey in it. So how has Raw been? Because I put it on 10 minutes ago and I've been talking to you guys the entire time. Dog camera.
Oh, it's not bad.
Oh, hi, dog. Who's dog?
That's my dog. She's been sleeping next to me the whole time we're watching Raw.
Nice.
So I thought, well, she's gonna get her own.
I just love that we have. I love that we have dog cam.
Yeah. Rob's been pretty good actually. I commented to Sonya when
good.
she went up to bed after the Sheamus stuff because she wanted to see Sheamus. But I don't know. I thought Rob's been pretty good. I thought all the crazy stuff they've done with Braun Breaker, and so we've had one person qualify for Money in the Bank. Io Sky won her triple threat match, so she's qualified for the women's Money in the Bank. This match right now, we'll see who qualifies for the men's Money in the Bank.
Right.
Seth Rollins returned at the beginning and challenged Damian Priest to a match at the show. Talking about the dog here.
Yep.
The dog is a interesting breed. She is hang on. I just forgot what she is.
And it's gone.
Hold on. Yeah, give me a minute. She's
very, very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, she is. She okay. All right. I could not think of the word. Here it is. Are you ready? She is a dachshund, but she has Rottweiler in her. So imagine a 40-pound dachshund with Rottweiler teeth.
Mm.
Yeah,
I had a Rottweiler growing up. That guy was my buddy.
Rocky.
She's honestly she's a big baby. She's getting close to like 12. So she's slowing down though. I can tell. Like we were getting ready to go up to bed the other night, and she was like super struggling to get up the stairs.
Right.
So I carried her up the stairs, but I mean she's still to the point where like I'll come home from work and she'll have like a 7-minute burst of energy and then be dead the rest of the night.
Right.
Yeah,
that's about right.
She's really sweet. Honestly, she's not much of an issue. I can let her outside for a little while and she won't be a piece of trash, but then all of a sudden she'll see like a leaf blow and she'll bark at it like it's the end of the world. And I'll be like, well, you ruined it again. Now you got to go back inside. But
yeah, it's all right.
Whatever way you spin it, one of
living her best life.
Well, there's less Rottweiler than there is Dachshund, so visuals are on your own.
Visuals are on your own.
Yeah, we're not. No, visuals are on your own. We don't. We leave it at that. We tell people that she's a Dachshund with some Rottweiler in her, and then they look at us like we're insane, and we're like, "Well, you picture it on your own."
Right. Yeah.
That's as much as I'm giving you.
Right.
Yeah.
I wish I had a photo. I had a Rottweiler growing up. He was
Rocky,
a monster. Like he was a nice dog.
Terrified me as a kid.
But like if you did not know what a Rottweiler was,
yeah.
Oh man, he just
a rotten sausage.
A big boy.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was funny because like he inherently played soccer.
Nice.
And he got his name because he would play with a piece of slate. So he became Rocky.
Yeah.
Because he liked to play with rocks. Like it didn't make that was his toy. He would just push the piece of slate around. And I'm talking, it was like a 2x2 piece of slate that by the time he died was like a small, maybe 5x5 square. He would gnaw on it, throw it.
That's insane.
But he would run around when I played soccer. He got one of my soccer balls and he would run and kick it with his front paws, and then he would grab it. It would be hysterical.
Nice.
Love that dog. But yeah, everybody was afraid of him because he would like on his back legs. He'd probably stand a good 6'2".
Oh, dude,
and he was just like 180 pounds. Is just fucking teddy bear. He thought he was a lap dog, which was hysterical. But like a 200-pound dog throwing himself on your lap is still a 200-pound dog throwing himself on your lap.
Yeah.
Going over his house, I would just hear the bark and be like, "Nope, I'm good. I'm yep. I'll pass."
We have friends that have a gigantic, massive pit bull. I mean, it is freaking huge, and it thinks it's a lap dog as well. So you sit on the couch, and this thing comes and just engulfs you.
In.
Yeah,
right.
but it is like
right.
They're starting to have issues now because it's become like very territorial and protective. So it's getting to the point where they have to put the dog in another room when people come over because the dog can't recognize between people that should be there and shouldn't be there. But this dog was such a big baby. This dog would come running and like, I mean, it was somebody like literally picking up a barrel and throwing it at you. And this thing would land on you and then within 30 seconds fall asleep right on top.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
Rocky was a lot more
Facts.
gentle. After he was inside for an hour and like he understood that he couldn't be like a bumbling fool.
Right.
You know, he was big,
Right.
you know. He was like, "Oh shit, I can't run in here."
Mhm.
But he didn't need to. He would just calm down, and he was just a big teddy bear. He'd sit
Right.
down. If somebody like we had a Jack Russell Terrier, Yippee.
Yep.
I mean, just
Yippee.
like that wasn't the name, but it was just a Yippee
Oh.
dog. I hated
I
him.
thought
Yeah,
that was the
yeah.
name.
No, his name was Tigger.
That would have been great.
Sorry, I'm just watching Dominic and Ray punch each other for a second. I don't know how behind I am, but this is where I'm at.
It sounds like you're actually way ahead of us.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Because
Yeah, you're in the future with Steven Chambers.
Yeah, because I don't see
Oh,
Dom.
cool. Fine.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
stop talking.
Don't tell me who wins.
I
Don't tell me who wins the main event at SummerSlam.
Yeah, right. We don't need to know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to tell Dr. Ethan Wild that Steven Chambers is so far in the future he knows the date of when we'll get the podcast back, but I didn't want to. I don't want to blow it. Oh.
God, I just derailed myself. What was I saying?
Oh,
Who
Yippee!
knows?
You're talking about
Yeah,
Yippee.
the tiger.
Yeah.
The Tigger, whatever his name was. So I had
The
a Jack Russell
tiger.
Terrier, and he was just anything that moved at the door. Bark, 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 bark. Rottweiler be inside, go up to the fucking window, and just be like, "Woof, I'm over this." And he would go lay down, and it was like the laziest dog in the world. But he was out in the backyard in his like big pen area that we built. Like he had like a 20 by 20 square with his own like hotel in it. It was hysterical. And yeah, he would be the loudest puppy ever.
Yeah.
But a loud puppy Rottweiler is a scary sound to some, I guess.
Yeah.
Because of how
Yeah.
big they are.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
By the way, Braun Strowman runs like he just had spinal fusion surgery.
Right.
Right?
It is terrifying.
That's terrifying.
That's not the Braun Strowman train. That's the Braun Strowman kitty's choo choo.
Okay.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing. He's making more money than we are.
That's for sure.
And it's one.
Oh, there it is.
2 for 2. Ralph is 2 for 2
2 for 2 on what?
on the money in the back. Money in the qualifying matches.
I called both of them. Actually, I'm calling Jey Uso winning the whole thing.
Yes.
So I'm really gonna be right when that happens.
All right. So there is time left, which means I'm hoping.
Yes.
I've been waiting 3 hours to see
because
the
we
Wyatt
need.
thing
Hey,
happening.
there's
Oh, the thing that yet?
No.
Wow,
we're
I was like, I have
we're
no
waiting.
clue. I only know about this match. This is the only match.
Yeah. There's
That
only there's only one other thing we're waiting for.
Yeah, we're
The final
waiting for
shenanigans of the night.
We're waiting for the big reveal.
The big
they already said
reveal
that we're
hasn't
here.
happened yet.
The
And we've seen nothing at all tonight.
Yeah.
We saw in the very opening of Raw
there were
during
some
like
glitches, but
then,
yeah.
now, and forever thing. There was some glitches, but other than that, there's been nothing.
Well, there's about 5 to 10 minutes or something to show, depending on how much overrun they have. So
Yeah.
Okay.
hopefully we get some action because I've
Just
been
think
waiting.
when they go
patiently.
to Netflix, we'll never have to worry about overrun again.
right.
Yeah,
Oh,
but is that
look
a
at
good
him.
thing or a bad thing, you know?
He's running like he took a version 2 in his V1 Matt Hardy pants. He took a little V2.
The little V2 and the V1.
Yeah. Oh man, hang on. That's
What
a new
happens if they
banner.
like end early or like on time? And this is it. It just makes me giggle when they do shit
I'll-
like that, and people are like,
I'll take the garbage out and probably watch The West Wing on HBO Max.
I love the West Wing.
I just found The
love
West Wing on
West
there
Wing.
last night,
Oh,
and I
it's
just
so good.
I've seen it like
Oh my
4
God, I
times.
could watch it over and
Yeah,
over and
I
over
can't-
again.
yeah, I'm very excited to go. All right.
God, I just want Bronson Reed to be like the top guy mid Carter for
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to see him be huge. I mean,
Yeah.
he is. And I'm not trying
I
to
mean,
make
he
any
is
puns.
huge, but like, yeah.
But like, I love that man. I
Somebody
want him to do
suggested-
amazing
To
things.
be fair, we've been making puns all night, so it's fine.
Somebody suggested to me that they should put Bronson Reed and Otis together and do like not necessarily change their names,
here
but
we
do
go.
something like the Natural
Oh,
Disasters.
sorry, I'm gonna stop talking. But
Oh,
Yes,
dude.
don't spoil it.
Oh,
I didn't
don't
say
spoil it.
anything.
you're allowed to tell me if they kill Jey Uso.
Right.
But like, you guys don't exist right now.
Yes.
No.
As will you not?
Oh wow. Okay.
No, yeet.
You
No,
can mute
yeet.
me if you want. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say, oh wow.
Oh, here we go.
At least.
Ah!
All right, you're muted. Uh-oh.
Here we go, baby. That's what I've been waiting for.
This better be good.
Well, it's definitely live. There's
Yeah.
no
Well, I'm gonna.
the
I'll probably end up
Are they
rewinding
using
this and watching it as soon
the
as we're
same
done with
theme
the stream.
song. Oh, I'm so fascinated now. They're using the same theme song. Ooh.
In case you're wondering, that's Jezzy's excited face.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I'm
Just think, we stood in that thing.
We did. Oh, I'm so curious what's gonna happen now.
Oh, lights went out. Are they gonna be in the ring?
We'll find out. I'm just so amped right now.
Oh, geez. Don't even look at Adam.
I'm not.
Because he's freaking out.
I'm looking up. I'm looking up.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. Yo. I love this already. Yo. Bro.
All right, I'm gonna mute you.
Sorry, I'm excited.
I know.
Don't mute everybody. Jesus Christ.
I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not muting the dog, but I already did.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I'm in the other room from the TV. I'm gonna have to watch this again when it's done, just to get a better look at everything. But so far, I'm excited.
Yo.
Oh, I love that they've got the
That-
hammer.
I love it.
That's a Bludgeon Brothers hammer.
Yep.
I love it. Oh, now this is sick
Yo, this is so cool.
because that's Gorilla.
Yep.
I don't know who's laying on the ground there. I can't tell. But there's bodies on the ground. I wonder if that's producers or
Right. Just everyone just laid out. Yo. It
so
was-
far so good. I mean, I'm digging the aesthetic.
The masks are made so well. Everyone's masks are crazy. Is that Braun Strowman? Hi. Everyone's masks are on point so far.
Chad Gable.
There's Chad.
There he is. He's on the list. Oh,
Oh, dude. Oh. The mask is new too. I love the updated mask.
well, so far they definitely did not disappoint with this.
They absolutely not.
Yeah, so you're still yeah, your reactions, Adam, have been Insane. We've unmuted you for the sake of
Whatever.
This is insane so far.
This was perfect. This is all it needed to be.
This has been beyond my expectation of what it was going to be.
So,
who
are the other two? I don't know who the two guys are because I just am unaware.
Well, nothing's happened yet for us, so we're still.
No, you've seen all the reveals.
Oh, we've basically got to the end here. So
from what I've read, it's Nikki Cross, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy.
Okay.
And Dexter Loomis.
Okay, I thought that was Loomis's shoulder tattoo. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's
but
him.
like he's got a beard now, so like I don't know what he'll look like when the mask comes off.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
But that was
great.
Everything it needed to be. I'm so glad.
I'm so happy that happened.
I'm so glad I got
I'm
in.
so excited. Well, that was
all right.
That was
great.
That was
an A+ Raw. I gotta say, a lot of fun from start
don't
to
be
finish.
The contrarian.
What happened?
I love that.
Yes, DM. See, I'm on,
and that's
DM
fine.
That was nuts.
But like, it's okay. We don't have to be.
It's all right.
That's fine.
All right.
We can talk about music and not about wrestling.
Listen. My dog needs some friends. No, I'm kidding. All right. So another great Monday Night Raw in the books.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, I thought it was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
We want to thank everybody that hopped in the chat tonight. It was great seeing all you guys. So everybody jumping in tonight. It was like the old days. It's everybody here. And then of course we want to thank our two special guests. First, Dr. Ethan Wild, who joined us from Wild LLC. And
is he special though? It sounds like they hijacked your show.
I mean,
I don't know. Listen, there's something going on deeper, but like I haven't been here in a while. I don't know what's going on.
Listen, so
I just came on and there was this whole Wild thing, and like
he was a very
good thing. Awesome.
He was a very interesting conversation.
It really was. It honestly was.
We'll fill you in because unfortunately, as a member of the Ben Frank Connection and as a member of the Opinion City podcasts, unfortunately, you may fall under their purview. So we'll have to let you in on all of that. They might not have known about you, but it could be bad now that you're back. You picked the wrong night to come back, maybe.
Business. All right.
Yes. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Again, I want to thank Dr. Ethan Wild, and of course our surprise mystery guest, Adam the Guy, is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
it is so good to have him back.
The tits are out, as Tony Storm would say. Tits, chin, shoe.
Tits are out. Watch for the shoe.
Yes.
So it's great to have you back, guys. The BFC and the Opinion City podcasts, we are just storming forward. We've got a lot of great things coming up, and of course, Adam the Guy is a huge part of all that. So we're super excited to have you back. So this week, check out Tabletop Baristas, which is coming out this Sunday at 3:30. Check out our interview with Fresh Air.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, check out yesterday's interview with us, the former hosts, learning that Wild LLC has purchased us. And Adam, you did not get to see this. And so because you did not get to see this, we're going to go over this one more time. We have the official degrees. We have the official degrees of pork doneness. Sheamus, undercooked. Karrion Kross, cooked. Braun Breaker, overcooked. That is the official degrees of pork doneness. So now you've seen it. So there you have it.
So now you know.
Yes. And once again, this has been Chilling with the OC, sponsored by Wild LLC. So guys, for my dog.
You're our sponsor, but they took us. Oh, I am so confused.
It's a lot for us too.
It's a long story.
We're still learning.
We'll share the orientation packet with you, and you'll understand.
You're gonna have a work day as well, like we do. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. So, yeah.
Guys, this is what happens when I'm not here for a while.
Yeah, you're right. There you have it.
Right.
I wasn't even a part of it from the beginning. Like I don't know.
All right, so Guys, again, thanks for joining us tonight. This for my dog Jezebel, Parmesan, Adam the guy making his return. I'm King Ralph, and this has been Chillin' with the OC, presented by Wild LLC. Guys, we will see you next week.
Peace.
Thanks for watching this presentation. Like, share, and subscribe for more.